Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rap Cave Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Chris Platte, a.k.a. Platte Paz. Thank you for tuning in to episode 88 of the Rap Cave Podcast. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I got a dope panel with me. All familiar faces. Bryce flying in from somewhere nice.
Hello.
Probably teaching us a new word or some shit. I don't know. I couldn't make that rhyme, but I got Zay.
Yes, sir. What's good, y'all?
I got primetime CEO 1800 talk about it. Jay Leno in the building.
Yo.
And then you know my boy Dom from the last episode. I'm gonna just give him the nickname. I'm gonna see if it sticks, but because you typed in your first name and last name in the phone, like when you gave me the contact, and every time I read it, it's Sensei.
Really?
So it's just Sensei.
That's better than what I've gotten from most people, bro.
Just Sensei.
I like that.
So we got Sensei in the building.
Push Sensei with you, yeah, at one point.
I'll remember that.
Damn, so you're telling me I stole the name?
This nigga said
I
it
stole
twice
the name?
in one episode.
At least. Hey, look.
I'll be drinking. Shout out to Chris. Big AP on the ones and twos. Hold that down. Missing his front court partner. CB Cowboy Brian.
I don't got Cowboy Brian with me today.
Yeah.
But.
Listen, man. It's the end of the year. We're doing awards season. We're having a good time. This has been a hell of a year, especially a lot of changes, a lot of growth. Before we get to everything that happened this year, let's talk about something that happened just recently. I didn't put this in anybody's notes. I just saw it today, and it's funny as hell to me. SZA lashed out at the White House because they were using her music in some ICE videos.
Yeah, that's been a.
And she was like, that's not cool. And she joins the list. I know Sabrina Carpenter was one that spoke out as well. I don't know who else. Yeah, I don't know who else they've used or haven't used. I don't keep up with that
at this
sector.
Point, the only song they can use is the YMCA.
Yeah, really, that's like it.
Rounding people up to YMCA seems just like crazy.
It's motivational, though. I can see people getting behind
Motivational?
that. It is for the people that run with ICE and like that. Yes, I can see them going with that.
Only song I can see them using.
Well,
bro.
what song? What song?
It's
so I didn't.
at the ICE.
Yeah,
Jesus,
You know they'd run with that. Not a doubt.
Cut that out.
this guy just gave him $1 million marketing idea.
That's it. That song did give me because I was like, what do you mean stay at the YMCA? And in research, realizing that the YMCA started in like the 1800s as essentially a hostel for young men to be able to like go somewhere and stay, have a place to stay. It was like it was more like a hostel kind of thing where like so that's why I was confused by the stay at the YMCA because we only know it as a sports club.
Apparently, historically,
Yeah.
it was like a mix of like a hostel and a halfway house where like if you're a troubled youth who was male, you could stay there. And
Nowhere to go, yeah.
they wouldn't judge you on what you did in there.
Right.
Yikes. Brings up some questions I'm not going to bring up.
Which is the irony of them using the Village People song as their song. But anyway,
The craziest part about this story is that the White House responds with, because SZA like makes an Instagram post or whatever saying like, "Hey, take this shit down. I'm not cool with it." Blah blah blah, and then they just quoted her and said, "Thank you for bringing attention to our wonderful cause." Like they literally rage bait. Like that to me is the funniest, and I don't mean it in like a genuine way. I mean it in like a I'm laughing at it. Like that's fucked up. Like the fact that we have a White House official page that's rage baiting and gaslighting.
Yeah, they've been.
It
Can't
speaks
get more
volumes.
2025 than that.
It speaks more volumes to me. We're not a political podcast, but I'm just saying.
We're not a political podcast, and I don't think we should spend too much more time on this. But I will
go get
say
your content
this.
from somebody that's educated. No, I'm not. That wasn't a shot at you. No, you're educated. You're litigious. You're summigious. Everything. Like
He's not letting that litigious thing go.
Yeah.
You a little bit?
Yo, listen,
I'm
I
talking
may not
for
be here
us.
on 2026, but no. But in all seriousness, what's been happening a lot with this administration is they've decided to act and then ask for permission later, and so that's very much the cause. all the way on the campaign trail, they've been playing songs that people have been like, "Don't use my song with you. I don't agree with your views and decisions." So it very much fits what we've seen, which is more of an aggressive, like, we're gonna do what we want and then ask for permission later. I think the ultimate thing is a lot of artists are gonna, especially with the midterms coming in 2026 and of course the new election in 2028, be a lot more aggressive about this, because unfortunately, as much as we are not a political podcast, and we're not,
Absolutely not.
politics has dominated a lot of the common discourse right now because it's prevalent. It's very prevalent. So you will see a lot of artists kind of aligning which way they're going. And I think you're going to see that a lot more in the next coming year.
They just play country music.
And which
Yeah,
is
it's perfectly fitting.
I
don't
think
think
it's a
just
good
play country
point.
music.
Appeal to
Because
the audience,
they're trying to capitalize on that. They're trying to capitalize on. It's the same reason that Twitter, for example, I bring it back up because Bernie and I have this conversation. I have a lot of problems with the way Academics handles his platform. For example, Academics TV. I have a lot of problems with that. I think there is a lack of journalistic integrity there. There's a lot of fuck shit that's going on there. And yet, what's funny is that Birdie is an academics guy. He supports academics for certain reasons. He doesn't see Academics TV. I see Academics TV, and I hate Academics TV.
Academics TV
So
is
why-
also, I know it's not. It's academics peoples that are running that shit.
Yes, but he is
He's
co-signing it by his
co-signing it,
brand.
yeah.
That's why he's guilty by association. You are signing yourself up for that. But my point being is that why am I seeing this when I hate this? But he agrees with it or aligns with it. I won't say like agrees wholeheartedly.
Well,
That's too strong of a word. But he doesn't view it negatively. So why is he not seeing it?
That's
But somebody that
It's
somebody
algorithm-
sees
it's
it.
algorithms. A lot of
That's
other
what
things.
this is. That's what they're leaning into.
One, everything is based off rage at this point. Like,
Exactly.
Literally, no matter what, whether it's politics, whether it's music, whether it's whatever. Look at the Drake and Kendricks from the past however many years. The fucking
Jesus,
too
on
many.
either side. But then what I did want to say is that I thought this was an interesting point is that this is the first time in like really the history of the world that politics has become completely engulfed in pop culture. As it has become part of pop culture
Exactly.
in a way that it wasn't before. It was always kind of a separate entity as opposed to but now because it's all combined together, that's what makes this type of shit happen. It's like they know that Sabrina Carpenter isn't going to agree with using their song, but they're looking for that. They're looking for that.
and
That's what they're doing with SZA. Yeah, it's
I
it's
think-
rage.
I think
It's
the-
literally rage bait.
I think
like
the
I said.
final point, though, I want to kind of answer Zay's question here is the reason they're doing it is because right now there's a idea of who would vote for who. So by trying to, this is their version of trying to extend, like, oh yeah, we're trying to get more black voters, we're trying to get more Latino voters, we're trying to get more whatever voters. So they're going to try to use.
Y'all care to kick 'em out.
That's why they're not using country, because they know
They already got that.
they already got that demographic. So they're trying to expand.
I disagree with that in the way that they would also know where to go if they wanted to push that. They would know just based off Sabrina Carpenter and SZA alone that SZA and Sabrina Carpenter aren't going to align. Where they're not specifically going for artists, say Azalea Banks or something
But
like
here's-
that.
but-
in that realm that align
That's
with that,
fair.
or Nicki Minaj.
But Chris,
Well-
here's the thing about that though. When they do it and these artists rebel, where does the news show up?
right, but that is
It shows up in places where their news would not normally show up.
That's where the
Politics
That's
is
what I'm saying.
exposure.
Yeah.
That's where, that's where the difference lies. Is that they're not doing it to necessarily, in my opinion, relate to maybe a separate demographic or test the waters on that. They're doing it more from the perspective of they know that it's going to be completely out there.
No,
and
but that- but-
cause-
yeah.
it gets them talking about it, but I don't think it's necessarily them testing the waters to see who's on what side. They're doing
No,
it because they know
but
that it's going.
They want it to be seen.
talked about.
But
Yes.
Chris,
Yeah,
here's
they
the
just
thing,
want it
though.
to be seen
But here's
because
the
Sabrina
thing.
Carpenter
It's
and
exposure.
SZA both on Twitter, on social media, they repost the actual video that their music is being used on, and then say, "Hey, don't use this." Now what happens? all Sabrina Carpenter's fans, all the SZA fans are now seeing
All-
that video.
well,
whether
all
they
music,
agree or disagree,
they're
now seeing
Hip
that
Hop
exact
DX,
video.
all music, all
Yeah.
these places are now carrying the story that would not have carried it if it was a Luke Bryan song. And that's what they're trying to do. It's all about exposure, and that's
Yes.
literally
I
just saying-
agree.
what I went
I
to school for.
agree.
That's politics.
I agree. I just think it's very interesting that, like, Sabrina Carpenter, and I gotta be careful with my words here. I don't want to necessarily like applaud. I'm just stunned by the way that they picked Sabrina Carpenter, because you would think that that's somebody, being in the pop sphere, that's somebody that's like, let me not rock the boat one way or another.
Yeah.
Like,
It's exposure, and that's been the whole MO of this.
no, but I'm saying
administration.
from Sabrina's
Good
side.
or bad.
From
Yeah.
Sabrina's
And
side.
that's my point, is that it's not necessarily just to weed out. It's like a step further, because it's further along the line of not necessarily like, oh, let me put a SZA song behind this and then we'll see if these people like that. It's about
It's
the
not about-
outrage that follows. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
not-
about,
it's
not
about-
it's
it's
not
not
about
about
square
likes.
one. It's about square seven.
Politics
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
all. Politics is like real estate. It's all about location,
Right.
location, location. If you can do something that gets you to the top of the news cycle in the course of everything else that's going on,
Right.
then you have won, even if you're losing. But that being said, I think we got some more fun stuff to talk about today.
Oh, we got absolutely fun stuff to talk about. We got our year-end wraps. We were supposed to do this last week. Everybody, so Apple, Spotify, whatever. Your year-end wraps. This was fun. I always like to look
Spotify.
into it. I always like to look into it. Yeah.
I am.
You're a Spotify guy?
Yeah.
He's Android. Motherfucker.
You don't have a choice. I get it.
We have a
I get
whole,
it.
we have a whole
get it.
group chat, and he's in every episode, but he is not in the
To
group
be
chat.
fair, I
He's,
got
he's
a
the reason the group chat would be green, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, I got a real ass job. I can't be talking to y'all all day.
That has nothing to do with you having an Android.
And we all do nothing
not
every day.
Tidal.
And we all do nothing
Yeah,
every day.
actually,
No one can.
Who uses Tidal nowadays?
You see how he just puts himself above us so quick, Jalen? That's crazy. That's crazy. Like
Too busy for
like
you
Apple,
guys.
like Apple people just got nothing but time.
Yeah,
on
because
their
all
hands.
y'all Apple
Like, we're not working. Like, we're not
Yo,
working.
stop. I deserve this because all y'all Apple people think y'all so much better than Android.
Never said that.
Most
Who
of y'all
who-
do.
We think?
Oh, you guys,
We know.
these green
We
tags.
all know.
Oh, no.
I disagree. I think it's the Android people that make it seem like it's fucked up to have an Apple product. That's what I was.
I'm a-
minority.
No. What's wrong with minorities?
This is exactly. You said minority.
I think
Platte, what's your take on that?
I think we got ourselves in our White House situation.
Platte,
I think we
please
got ourselves in
explain
our.
your stance on minorities. Go.
I want to hear this.
I would actually like to hear that.
So listen. So if we're going through our most listened to artists this year,
Mine's kind. Honestly, my rap is kind of embarrassing.
My-
just my numbers of not listening.
no,
to
my
much
Wrapped,
music.
my music was less than last year, which was shocking. But it also makes sense because I listen to a lot. Like now, as I'm trying to grow this podcast, I'm studying like a lot of other people, so I'm consuming a lot less content and less
Less music, more content.
More content, less music. Excuse me. So I am skimming through this video to pull up my there it was. Okay. So my top artist this year was Kendrick Lamar. My second was Drake. Mr. Objectivity reigns supreme.
This year.
Yes. In 20 in
He listened to a
2025.
lot of Nokia.
I listened to a lot of the most listened to Drake record I had this year was actually Rain in Houston. I love that because that was
There was that, but Kendrick didn't even release.
I
a song.
wanna
Do
go
you
through
need a
something.
Do you need a hand, man? Do we need to give you a butter knife or like a hug?
Wait, but hold on. Hey, yo.
You're foul
Wait.
for that.
No.
You're foul for
Kendrick
that.
didn't even release a song this year besides his Cardi feature.
He had Cardi features, the Chains feature. It was more GNX.
And also,
It was-
GNX was so released
But also-
so
it
late.
was the end of the year, but
But also, I
You have to think.
Yeah, I
for,
also go
for
into
the Grammys. GNX was just now rated because it was released
Right.
after the Grammy nomination period.
So
Yes, but the only thing I'll say is we are not the Grammys, and GNX was mentioned on last year's version.
Yeah.
it was my top. It was my top rated album too because
No.
Blacktop
I'm
Murals,
not.
I
I'm
love
just
that.
talking my stats. I'm not talking like my
your
opinions
top
on.
listen.
Yes.
Okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
No, I'm not like saying GNX's album of the year
Sorry,
again.
I wanted to start voting, yeah.
Yeah, it was so good. I just had to give it 2 years in a row. No, I'm looking at this and I'm like, my stats are heavily GNX and just Kendrick in general is always one of my top like 3 listened to artists of pretty much any year, just because of the depth of music that he has, like the catalog that he has, just like Drake. Like Drake, you look at Drake's numbers and Drake is number 2, but
As
it's
21
very
Savage pointed
it's
out,
very
still
little.
the top stream rap artist.
It's very little of what he did with the Party Next Door album this year, and I think it's very indicative that my 2 favorite songs on that album are the songs without Party Next Door.
I mean,
Like, I feel like again, that album was a nothing burger. Whatever, that's fine. I don't hate it. Yeah,
To
to me,
you?
it was a nothing burger. It was a nothing burger.
The minority
Not in a bad way, but just like in a okay.
In comparison to
Cool.
the rest of his discography.
It's cool, yeah. So
Half
like,
the panel's
so
like
what I'm
50.
listening to is I'm still
What were you
listening
saying?
to
Wait, hold
Nothing
on.
Was the Same. I'm still
What were you
listening to
saying right
the
there? I wanna hear it.
records. Go ahead.
I want to hear what you said, man.
Half the panel's like 50, so I mean, it's gonna be,
All right.
it's gonna be a little hard to relate there, but
Have
it's
to,
okay.
he
Yeah,
probably-
that's
he,
why
he
you're here,
realized he
bro.
was the youngest.
That's
so
why.
he was
That's
attack mode.
that's why he asked. He asked before we cut the mic.
Negro,
He's
if
like,
we gotta
"Hey,
get you a
I'm the
pacifier, we
youngest.
good."
I'm the youngest person, right? Okay, cool. So I can
binky,
get all these
perhaps.
old people
You want
bars
like a
off.
binky? All right, we get you a binky.
Yeah.
I can DoorDash that shit.
Yeah.
Well, according to the comments, you are middle aged, Platte.
If I'm middle aged, brother, that's why I got Sensei. That's why I got Bryce flying everywhere. Nice, you feel me? It balances out. I'll take middle aged
Young
because
Thug, man,
that
my-
means there's a middle.
Young
There's a
Thug
middle.
was in
There's
my
a
top, my top
I was
2.
29, middle age.
I'll show you after. It was a comment we got.
yeah,
So,
it was because I was
put
with.
your name out there like that. I mean, your age out there. My fault, bro.
It's fine. No, keep it 29. Keep it 29 for a while.
Oh,
we go rock with that.
yeah.
We go rock with that for
got a
another.
big date.
Yeah, we go rock with that for another
Yeah.
couple years.
In
Yeah.
fact, less than a week.
He about to be like Mariah Carey, be the same age for 5 years straight.
That's what
Hey.
my grandma did that.
Shout out Anderson Pack.
My-
Talk
my-
about somebody that's winning.
My grandma was 39 until my mom was 10. The whole time she had my mom at 40. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes the math don't math.
Also, shout out Anderson Paak, and also Anderson Paak keeps shooting in.
Hey, look.
Anyways,
Those are our thoughts of Bryce and Bryce only.
I'm okay with it.
But no. So my most listened to album this year was GNX. My second most statistically was Starline, and then third was Let God Sort 'Em Out. Those were kind of my top 3. What are kind of your guys' stats? Like, what were you listening to this year?
I'll go. My most listened to artist was Tyler, actually.
Okay.
I was blasting that Don't Tap the Glass. That shit was fire, bro.
You said who?
Tyler Creator.
I thought he said Tiger.
No, hell
Nasty, baby.
no. I was listening to that too. No. So I was like, it was that
Boy.
too. I ain't gonna hold you. I was
My
listening-
number
Call-
one
Call
song
Me
this
Get
year,
Lost.
Rack City.
What's that?
How many
Britney
times-
Spears
In 2025, my
Yeah.
number one song was Rack City.
No, it's not. What's that Britney Spears song he had? Slave. That's one. That's his top album.
That's y'all favorite songs. My most listened to album was Life Is Beautiful, Larry June and 2 Chainz.
Shout out Tristan,
That shit was
friend of the show.
That shit was fire, bro. Shit. What else we gotta do?
Whatever, just highlight whatever stood out to you. Kind
Number
of
one song that I listened to was Colossal.
Oh my number one song was crazy. My number one song was Reincarnated. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that
I can
happened.
tell you exactly.
Oh,
how it
what a
happened.
surprise!
I'm surprised by that.
So okay, I'm not surprised that it's a Kendrick
Bro
song.
said his favorite,
I'm
his
surprised
most
it's
listened
that.
to
It's that
artist
song,
was
yeah.
Kendrick Lamar. I'm
That's
not
it.
surprised.
Yeah, but you gotta think like there's a lot of good Kendrick songs. Like to me, or just a lot of songs in general, like even removing Kendrick, like just because it's your top stream artist doesn't mean that that's going to be your song.
Yeah,
my
top
like
stream,
like
my
for
top
example,
stream and top
you
song
had
are
Tyler. You had Tyler as your most streamed artist, but Larry June had the biggest song or the most streamed song for you. So like to me, I'm just shocked that it was Reincarnated because
only reason
I really
why-
did like that record. And I really did like try to like sit there and dissect it and like go through like all the kind of like storytelling of it and all that all that. But I was shocked that was number one. But I did show a lot of people that song. So
The
that
only
probably
reason
influenced it.
why I said that I'm not surprised is because what Chris said was the fact that Kendrick Lamar hasn't dropped. He didn't really drop anything this year except for like GNX, which came out last year.
Yeah.
So the only thing you would have to listen to was the GNX album. But I am surprised that it is Reincarnated. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that shocked me because like I feel like I listened to Luther way more this year. I feel like I feel like I listened to several songs off GNX more than Reincarnate. Like I was generally shocked by that, by that number. But yeah, that was my top song of the year, statistically.
I'll go next. Let's see. Let's take a gander real quick. We doing like top like song.
Yeah, whatever you want on
Mine was
GNX.
"When Legit" by G Herbo. I thought that was
so fair.
that was a given like how the year went, and it's just like it was like the best song ever for like a whole month. Like it wasn't even the first like 15 seconds of the song was just like how everybody has felt, every man I should say, like it was just relatable, like shit, like every
No, it's
day some
crazy.
new shit.
I think that was in my top 10.
I'm the minority because I hear most people say it's the beginning of the
Go on,
song
Bass Mike.
that they like the most.
I like his ending verse. He hits that flow in the end. The 29 I'm rich with 3 babies, pinky ring, the rest. That's my favorite part of that entire song is the ending verse. Everybody likes the whole every day some new shit, beefing with my bitch right now, but I heard that and I was like, all right, I get why they like that. And then I listened to the whole song. I'm like, nah, they're all pinpointing the wrong point of the song for me personally. But I can give my artist and my album.
Yeah.
My top artist 2025 was
Artist
Pusha
album
T.
song.
It was Pusha T. Easily. Like I got him.
Pusha T and not Clips as far as what's listed.
So my 1, 2, and 3 as top artists are Pusha T, Clips, then Malice. Because I listen to because I listen to the fuck out of like I'm
Malice
so
solo?
No. It's all
Or
it's
does it
all
count?
it's all with the inclusion of that one album.
Okay, so
For sure.
then-
You wanted
for
to
sure.
sit over there too, bro. Yeah,
For
I
sure.
thought that was nasty. I was like,
Are they
who's listening to
collaboratively-
Solo and Malice?
No,
That
hell
much?
no,
Are
hell
they-
no.
so they're collaborating.
Okay,
listed on
okay,
Apple
that makes
Music.
a lot
It
of
gave
sense.
it split them up for some reason. I don't know why. Because when I read it,
I'm
it
not
was weird.
surprised,
It was crazy to
but
me.
that's funny.
Fair. You're
Mine
not in
did
charge of
the
the
same-
algorithms.
mine
I
did
No.
the same thing,
Yeah.
because my second most listened to artist was Alchemist. But it's
Oh, because of
Right,
Alchemist
because of
Larry
the
True.
collaborations.
Well,
Oh, that's fair.
Birdie had Travis Scott as fourth favorite artist, and he notoriously hates Travis.
You know what's
Scott.
I
crazy?
didn't know that. That's funny.
But
Travis
because
Scott's
of-
also my fourth most
of
listened
Cardi
to
songs?
artist. No,
Probably not.
It was probably from. I'm weird when I listen to my music, bro. I listen to shit
Sorry, you can
way
say you
more
like
one
Travis
year.
Scott, it's okay.
Oh, I do like Travis Scott.
It's a
I'll
safe
never
space,
deny that.
yeah.
I like Travis
A
Scott.
lot of people like
I
Travis
do.
Scott here.
A lot. But no,
Not all.
you don't. All right, that's fair. That's fair. My fifth artist
That's what
2025
triggered
was Boldy. I love Boldy
Well,
James.
hey,
I love Boldy
I was
James.
waiting
There
for
we
a-
go.
I was waiting for a Boldy because if anyone listened to every Boldy album this year, there is no way he does not make that list somehow.
Yeah.
Facts.
Boldy dropped fucking almost 1,000
So,
minutes of music.
Yes.
What's crazy is
Yes.
that he was right outside because I have like a second stat tracking app because like Apple Music only gives you like the surface. Like I
Yeah.
like to like get as much information as I can. And Boldy was like my 12th artist. Like he was just outside my top 10. So he didn't display on like the Apple top 10. But yeah, dude, like you're saying, by virtue of just releases, like he just
just by
He's got to be there.
quantity overall.
yeah, like
Yeah.
bro.
Does he drop like 4 albums
No,
this year?
like 9.
9?
No, it was I think it was 5. I think the number was
Was it
5.
five?
Because I know it was Permanent Ink.
Him and Nick.
It might
Yeah,
have
him
been
and
6.
Nick. Yeah. I know he dropped Permanent Ink.
Permanent
Side
Ink.
note, one of my boys actually works at the recording studio that he recorded that entire album at Royal House.
Bro.
Also, we do have to keep in mind with Boldy the big thing of like last year with the car accident and everything. So
Yeah.
he was making
That
up
was.
for lost
I think
time.
that was
Yeah.
it. I think that was 2 years.
It might have been.
I think
but
he
was
really.
he was releasing less frequently.
Boldy's
either way.
timeline is not the actual normal people's timeline.
No.
because that man is on his own time.
Yeah, because he really locked in. Like he had a hunger. That's what I love about Boldy is that like he had that
He had
event
8
happen
albums this year.
and
Everybody was wrong.
8.
8.
He's got that hunger that most.
Can you
people
name them? I'm
timeline
just
of
curious.
his career would not have.
From top to bottom,
he's 40
January
plus.
3rd,
Yeah,
right
that's
at
what
the
I'm
beginning
saying.
of the year.
Permanent Ink, right?
Permanent Ink. You
Yep.
have the Exorcism with the Flartists. You have Token of Appreciation with
Yep.
Chuck Strangers. Homage with Ant Beats.
Token of Strangers
Highway
was my
with V
favorite.
Don.
Yeah, that's really good. That's what
Conversational
people need.
Pieces with Real Bad Man, Late to My Own Funeral with
That's the
Nicholas
best
Craven,
one.
and then he has another Nicholas Craven one that
Late
just came out.
just
This doesn't
dropped,
even
yeah.
have them all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I said I think 9.
You said 10.
I said 9 or 10. I was actually the closest. He's dropped a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man, bro. Like he's
Work
fucking.
ethic is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you know the best thing about that too, and I know I talked about this before, is like, yo, it's hard to drop an album when you don't have more content. This man, every album he drop or EP or whatever, it feel different. Like this man got a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
do.
shit to say.
He does such a good job of like like I always listen to and think about that Eminem and Wayne conversation when they say like you've done what you've done, you painted the canvas so many times, how do you add new paint to like fit this picture? And I apply that to Boldy because it is so amazing that he can do what Boldy does every time, and it is still so refreshing. I never and you guys can pull up all the tapes of every single episode when we highlighted week after week every single drop, and I talked about Boldy, and every single week we made jokes about like, oh, Boldy dropped again, but every single week I was there championing that. And I was saying like every time it is so amazing to me that he can do that, and it can be so refreshing every single time.
I don't think he cares like as far as like he's never been like a mainstream type of artist, but like
No, yeah, he doesn't.
I like artists who I think me and AP talk about. I'm like without promo, like no promo albums are like the most like fun yet like
he doesn't
mysterious albums because you never know. Like he would just drop an album tomorrow, like all right, y'all, here y'all go, and then
He's not
Yeah.
with the rigmarole.
Yeah, no, he's not on IG. He's not like teasing it. He's not doing some New York Times Square billboard.
And
Like
just to attest to this point that I'll say with
But he
Boldy
could.
is, which I've said multiple times on this podcast before, is in I believe 2022 or 3, I saw Alchemist, Boldy, Earl, Action Bronson, like all that show, that tour that they did, and I remember me and MJ sitting there watching Boldy perform, and just like he does not miss a fucking word.
No,
on
he
stage,
doesn't.
Which is the crazy thing for having so much music. He knows it all, and he performed the entire show with his fucking 2-year-old son in his arm. Like he had earplugs in, and he had his son with him on stage, and did not miss a fucking word the entire time. All me and MJ said that was our biggest takeaway from that whole show was that Boldy raps so incredibly well. Like he's just so articulate and good at what he does.
Nah, he every day I see this search clip, and it like stays in my head. Search on Drink Champs, and when MC Search talked about, he's like, you know who's got like one of the best discographies, and I can't even front, is Boldy. And like every single day that shit sits with me because it's like it's so impressive the way that he does what he does, and it never sounds boring or flat. Like he's
all.
never but you
Which
look at
he's a
it
monotone artist too overall, but it still doesn't get old.
right.
And
When
he's
you look
also
at-
from Detroit, which a lot of Detroit rappers
Which, yeah,
can't say the same about.
also,
That's the
yeah.
main thing for me because he doesn't
Longevity in
necessarily
Detroit.
sound. I hate to say it like this. He doesn't sound like your average Detroit artist.
facts.
Because,
No, yeah.
because the fact that he signed a Griselda makes sense to me. That's
Right.
the kind of rapper he sounds like to
Yes.
me.
Yeah,
Is a
and
Griselda
100%.
I
rapper.
would say that West Side Gun doesn't have as much differentiation project to project as Boldy does.
And I feel,
No.
I know I'm not supposed to bring this up now, but it is the difference to me between him and an artist like Nas, who just released a very good, very solid tape with DJ Premier, with Primo, but in the long term, I don't think it's gonna have that much influence.
So, all right, I got some.
I knew
got
he
some
was gonna
notes on
say
that.
it. I knew
we
he was
said
gonna say
we
it.
said a lot. We said a lot of things. Let's get into the awards.
I haven't done mine yet.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you gotta do his.
Oh yeah,
Did you do
sorry.
yours?
I
I'll
apologize.
do mine. Or do mine after.
Mine's quick because mine's definitely strange in retrospect. Hold up, I gotta pull it back up here because my time went flat. Hold up. So I know. I mean, top artist is Mac Miller, which is not the first time. Won't be the last time. I got Hot Mulligan, which is probably my favorite band, and also shout out one of the guitarist, I believe, is from mine and Chris's hometown, essentially.
Okay.
Amine, the Rolling Stones, and Tyler, the Creator are my top 5. And
Nice.
albums is Hot Mulligan's album from 2023, which Platte, I have told you about. We'll get to the point of you listening to it one day. It's one of my favorite albums. It's one of my top albums of the decade. 2, Balloonerism, Mac Miller. 3, Deadbeat, Tame Impala. 4, which I forgot about this, Toby Lou, Baggy Weather was a good
I have some
album.
questions. So,
Baggy weather is fire.
Balloonerism to me tells me a lot about you as a Mac Miller fan. So, what is your favorite Mac Miller album outside of Balloonerism?
Yeah, I want to hear
Faces.
this. Nice. I
Which
like that.
Faces-
Which makes sense
Faces
because
was
Balloonerism
turned into Faces.
exactly. It was
Exactly.
recorded at the exact same time. And that says everything.
There's something about the weirdness, the off-kilteredness, the kind of this like it very one-of-one thing that he was doing at that time that I love. And you know, you could argue that it's not his best work, but it's my favorite above and beyond.
It's
and
funny-
a lot of Mac fans are on the same way.
Oh, a lot of them are, and it's funny to me because I'm also a Mac fan. And one of my favorite songs off of Faces is one of people's least favorite songs, which is Thumbelina.
Thumbelina's fantastic, yeah. Fuck you, Mrs. Johnson. You and that little no, it's a great look. I love that side of Mac Miller, and even Balloonerism was cool, but even going back, Faces, in my opinion, is a better album. And you'll hear Mac come up a couple times in the sense of this is in my head as a big Mac fan the last time that I'm going to be able to include him on any of these type of lists, also because
That's
is
fair.
ideally this is the last Mac album. Although I do have the whole leaked Mac Lib. Also, which we could also.
I think
can send
that will
over.
happen
Yeah.
at some point.
But,
yeah. I
yeah,
think that
so-
I think that'll see the light.
I
of day
actually
at
would
some
love.
point.
You know the one I want to see the most though, and I was unimpressed by the singles they released.
Pharrell and
I want to see Pink Slime.
yeah, but there was one song at the time. It was of the time. The title track "Pink Slime" was fun.
Yeah, but it didn't age well at all.
No, definitely not. Did not age well.
All right.
but yeah, that's the long and short
Okay.
of it, I guess.
Well,
So let's transition. Oh, yes. Sorry.
all right, because I did.
My
thought
apologies.
you were-
My
He
apologies.
ain't trying to hear yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say didn't want
Bryson's is gonna be
just quiet and black ass voices here.
No, man, bro. We don't need to hear about Kumo D as your number one favorite artist. We don't
If
need
you
to
say
hear
cool,
about
if you say Cool Mo D, I'm dropping this mic and walking out
Sugar
of the
Hill
room.
Gang, man. Number
That
2.
better not be.
Coming in at
not
number
be.
coming in at number
Predictions
3. We
for
got
Bryce's
Beastie
list.
Boys.
predictions for Bryce's list. Little Brother's somewhere in there.
Black
Not
Party
for
is
this
top
year.
5.
No.
Also not for this year.
Black Party is top 5 this year.
No, it's not for this year.
Interesting. I just thought that I figured Little Brother being like your
Your
shit was going back.
We should guess Birdie's list. That would be hilarious.
No, we won't.
No,
be able, I'll
no,
tell you
it's
right-
too
I'll
easy.
Tell you right now.
Yeet,
No,
yeet
but-
Cardi, yeet, Cardi,
The only
yeet,
person
Cardi.
I'll say that can
Yeet twice is
guess
insane.
Birdie's is Jalen, maybe.
Dude.
I'd rather hear
Birdie's-
I'd rather hear
Birdie-
Cool Mo
Birdie-
D than
Birdie- no.
Yeet.
No,
Please.
Birdie's gonna be.
Birdie is
It's gonna be
a
at least
phenomenal
3 Detroit artists that.
I'm cool
a
with
lot
that.
of this panel-
If you
I
say
know
V's, I'm
is
cool
in
with
there.
that. I like
perfect.
V's.
I'm
There's
I'm
gonna
down
be
with V's.
someone
I
else
love
that
V's.
we're not familiar with.
Yeah, take that, please.
It'll go Yeet, Cardi, V's, Drake, and shoot
He mentioned
Jay-Z.
No, there was an album he had in there that I never, because he sent it.
You
in the
guys
group
are
chat.
locked in.
It might have been like number 8 or something. It was like not Kill Switch or something weird that I had never heard of before. Birdie, like he be tapped into shit that we never heard of.
Yeet,
before.
Cardi V's, and Jay-Z are like.
Yeah, but
Jay-Z's always
but he pulls like 1 out of 10 is like a surprise. Yeah, that's why I can't give him too much credit.
I like that.
Because you can predict 9.
what I'm hearing.
You can predict 1 through 10,
Shit,
and you can
probably-
get 8 or 9.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
can get 8 or
That's
9
not how math works.
out of 10.
Well, I
You
can't.
can't
You
get
can
8 or
predict
9?
1 through 10, and you can get 8 or 9.
Yeah, if you're predicting 1 through 10,
Oh,
you
okay,
can
I
get
see
8 or
what you're
9.
trying to say
Oh,
there.
that
Okay.
was it. Okay,
Yeah.
I got Birdie's.
That's right. I'm
Birdie's
with you
top
just
five.
too.
I got Birdie's top 5 or top artists. Playboy Cardi number 1. 4,600 minutes is a
That
lot
is
of Cardi.
ridiculous, bro.
Yeet number 2. Jay-Z. Travis Scott is number 4.
I got 3 right.
Drake is number 5.
That was
Okay,
4 to 5.
but the context with
You did get
Travis
4 out of
Scott
5,
is
though.
that he is number 4 only because the song that he has with Cardi.
On the Cardi
Then-
album.
Yes, so it counts
I
as Travis.
promise you, that would be like the
That's
last song
crazy.
For the reason he's my.
But yeah, this is this person that I was confused about. At number 7, this person named Heartless.
No,
Detroit.
To a woman so
It's
heartless.
Detroit shit.
Detroit shit.
Yeah,
Detroit
see,
shit,
I
yeah.
never heard of this. I
Detroit,
never
yeah.
heard of Heartless before. Yeah, V's number 6, Heartless number
I
7,
went
Metro
five-
Boomin
I
number
went
8.
5 for 6.
You were really on point, though.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
why I
bro.
said
Y'all are
the
locked
only one who
in.
can
Y'all are
fully
locked
guess it
in. That's
is
your
you.
miss. You guys are locked in. You guys are locked in. Award season though.
Bro, wait, that was the actual list.
get to do his
I thought you finished it.
No,
He didn't say it.
I didn't even start it.
Your damn mouth.
I didn't even start it.
That is
Bryce,
crazy.
you
You
have the
are
floor.
jumping on the host like that. That's crazy. I did
Well,
fuck
while
up
I have
though.
the floor, I would like to. No, I'm kidding.
While
For
I
me,
have
the
the
one thing I
floor.
would like to say though is, I don't know about y'all, but I do throw a lot of like events. So I feel like a lot of my shit is not always 100% representative. Like my number 1 song right now is Luther. I did like Luther, but it's nowhere near my favorite song off GNX.
Right.
That's how I felt
Whacked
about
Out Murals was my running song. That's the way I started every time I went running this year and last year. Nokia was on the list. I don't care about Nokia, but people like it at parties. Alter Ego by
Nokia's
Doechii
great.
and JT featuring this is the K-Tronada remix though. I did like that song. That song slapped. Nissan Altima and Pinot Noir, which is IDK came out with 2 years ago. My artists were Kendrick, Doechii, IDK, K-Tronada, and my girl Megan Thee Stallion.
On brand as fuck.
And then my guy. We about to squabble up right here on this goddamn set.
And my number 3 song, Squabble Up. No, I'm playing.
Unfortunately, I do agree that it's a pretty on brand list. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I'm gonna
got
save
their-
my albums though, because some of them are gonna be in my top.
think-
But I do want to say that I was one of the top of my you know how you get your video of like your top artists. Mine was IDK, which I think that is highly underrated.
That's crazy.
IDK is amazing.
I know.
I like him a lot. I like him a
I
lot.
like IDK. What's the album with him? The cover is him sitting down with all the stuffed animals. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, that's the. It's right before his like last 2 big ones.
I love that album.
Yeah.
That's with what's the song? There's a track on there with him and Denzel Curry.
Yes.
Once Upon a Time Freestyle.
Yes.
I
Straight
love that
facts.
album. That album is great.
Awesome
and
shit.
I was never
Yeah.
an IDK fan ever. But
No,
I heard
so
that album, I was
he's-
like,
Now
He's
I was like, okay.
He's to me like he is this generation's Game. Like he is very much like you know how Game like the knock on
good
him,
music, but
the
corny.
knock on him is no.
but he don't
it's not
mention
even that.
everybody's.
It's
the
that you're a
game mentioned
chameleon.
the game has never had a
No,
song where he
it-
doesn't mention another artist.
It's not the name drop. It's to me it's a chameleon. It's a one moment you're rapping like Nas, the next moment you're rapping like Jay, the next moment you're rapping like Kendrick. Like
So here's
like,
my-
Are we okay
versus
with the name
ID
dropping?
versus
Because I always
IDK.
have been.
Oh yeah,
I've
I'm
always
good with that.
because
it gets
No.
corny at a point.
So IDK
I
is
love
not,
it though.
IDK is not a name dropper. Oh, we
well, we can get into the
we
game. But
can.
I have
we
a
can-
question.
No,
for
we
you,
can pass.
Before we
can
get
pass
to
the
this,
game
though, I
stuff.
had a question for you though, because one thing that you guys all missed on your without talking about what was your guys' age according to Spotify or Apple?
I don't know if Apple shows the age.
I don't
Does
think
it?
Apple did that.
It didn't. Because we don't care about our age. We care about what we listen to.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, buddy.
Fuck that age
Hey,
shit.
be nice. It's a
I'll
valid
be
question.
70.
I wasn't even trying to be funny, bro.
no, it
I wasn't even
doesn't
trying to be funny.
I'm about to roast all these. I'm about to roast every single one of them for the rest of this podcast. You about to see Evil Bryce come out tonight.
No, Apple Music does not list age, but I think it was a valid question because that was included in the Spotify Wrapped this year as opposed to Apple. So,
Shout out Tailgate. Shout out Tailgate in the building. Let's get to award season, man. Let's get to award season. No, we'll get to award season, man.
Might be like you last week.
I'm about to be just like him last week. Fuck y'all.
All right,
I'm here
so
for it.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna take. I'm a sports guy. Y'all know this. I'm a sports guy, so we're just adapting the sports model to rap. So we're gonna name our MVP, our Rookie of the Year, our Most Improved, and our All Rap. So like, think about All NBA. You got 5 people first team, 5 people second team, whatever. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do our top albums of the year and our top verse of the year. So, gentlemen, wherever you want to start.
Let's go MVP because I think
MVP?
something that everyone has.
That's easy.
All right, MVP is very easy. It's very easy because it's a co MVP.
Well, I don't know.
Might be. Might not be. I want to hear this.
Malice and Pusha T.
Okay, good, because that's what I was going to say. Easily.
Absolutely, nobody
Very
dominated. Nobody dominated hip hop this year.
Oh, we got Jalen
The
Face.
way-
We got Jalen Face though.
Nobody dominated hip hop the way that Pusha T and Malice dominated hip hop this year.
T and Malice,
see you push it.
or
Yeah.
or its clips.
No. If anything,
So
we're
I'm
MVP,
giving them. I'm giving them the
Malice
respect.
the MVP.
I'm giving them the respect.
I'm giving
of
Malice the
co-MVP.
MVP.
That's crazy
Because Malice heavily
heavily.
out, and Pusha T had phenomenal verses on the album. Malice heavily out raps Pusha T on the album.
I think I agree with that 100%. But I also think you line up who else rapped.
Yes,
the way
yes,
Pusha
that's
T.
fair. That's fair.
I would
That's
say
very fair.
Pusha T
Pusha
because
T is line them up.
let me tell you, being at that concert in Detroit and watching Pusha T, you saw the whites of this man's eyes, and that's my verse of the year. When he did that, you lied in front of me, you cried and died in front of me. That shit shook me to the core, and I'm like, I'm not even the one being yelled at right now.
you felt like you were. You're like, what did I do?
I was like, what did I do to you, man?
My bad.
I paid
I'm
money to get
sorry.
to your concert. And the way he looked, you could literally see he met that shit from a place, from a core of his body that was unreal.
Get this fan of mine.
Was he your number one too?
Push D
Yeah.
for like what?
For
MVP.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Jalen and I might be the only ones who don't have it.
I said Malice.
Jalen, man.
I want to hear you. I want to hear yours.
Can I just say real quick, you mad?
You
mad?
I just
Bro, hold on. Why though? Why not?
feel like you just said it 'cause everybody else said it, bro. Yeah, let's make this fun. Let's make this fun here.
T-Pain.
It's gonna be T-Pain.
It's not gonna be T-Pain.
Ace Hood.
We talking about like rapping. Well, hip hop, I'll give you. You can have Malice, but like rap wise, I'm not giving you that. And it's a difference. It's a difference.
There's a difference.
It's a difference.
What you got, man?
For me, it's G Herbo. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why though. G Herbo for the last, I said it on the episode a couple times. He's been getting trash about he can't rap on beat, all this shit, whatever. The first
That's
song,
like what people used to
male
say.
young
about
man.
it.
Hold on. Let him
Let
cook.
me go,
Let him cook.
and I don't think he's ever been like that off beat, but like it's just you have to like listen though. You have
Hold up.
to know him is to like understand like how he raps, and that's just
Offbeat.
Hold
he
up. Hold on,
doesn't,
bro.
though.
Hold on,
He
hold on.
doesn't though. See,
But wouldn't that make
I'm
him
about to
more?
fuck you up, boy.
Wouldn't that make him more most improved instead of MVP?
This is my MVP.
No, because his offbeat.
I want to let me finish though. Right? What's the hottest song of the year was what? Before One Legit was the hottest song of like half the year. He's been on everyone's album, every feature. He has not missed the entire year. dropped the album last month or whatever it was, has not missed the entire year.
In fact, I'll give you
any of my
as
top
well as that.
seven
G
albums.
Herbo's been around for a long time, but I have not seen his name more than this year.
The freestyles
Than any
he
year
has
in the
he has
past.
been everywhere this year. Given like hip hop, you can have the clip shit. I'm not mad at that. But like rapping, like just going. Nobody's been in more shit and have been on more hits outside of him this year.
That's fair. I'm not mad at
That
it.
is fair.
Now again, if you don't listen to him, you're not gonna know. I'm not like if you don't listen to G Herbo, you might not know. But like
hits. We talking what hits?
you just gotta know, bro.
There's a
No,
lot.
I want
there-
you to,
there's
like
a lot.
last week. You listen. You,
gotta know,
want
bro.
to talk about shit?
You could do
Let's
When
talk
you
shit.
could do When
Name
Legit.
some shit to me.
When Legit, the river was it Diamond River? You can do that one.
Name me a Billboard hit that he was on.
We doing Billboard hits? It's like
Yes.
pure hits.
Yep. That's what you
That's
said.
not how that
hits.
works, though.
That's what I wanted. That's what I want to know.
That's not how that works though, because that's like saying Jay-Z only had one #1 song. So is he asked in?
No, but Jay-Z also was on the
No,
Billboard. Jay-Z
no.
actually had a Billboard record before Drake took it.
Jay-
Don't
What do you mention
come
Drake
at me
for?
like
What do you-
that.
no.
What G Herbo songs hit Billboard?
When Legit.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
When Legit, you're 40.
I'm not 40,
bro, what?
and nigga, you
Why-
10.
why-
So what we
just
talking
saying.
about?
Years on-
Because he's trying to
Nigga, read a
downplay
book
it.
again.
He's downplaying the G Herbo shit. And he does not listen to When Legit ever. Have you ever played that song in your life?
Yes,
Where?
I've listened to it.
How many
No,
times?
no. Not
Like,
have you listened
like
to it. Have
real
you played
shit
it?
though. Like
I
don't
want to
play.
know this too. Have you played
Like
it?
real shit.
Yes.
How many times?
I don't know, maybe
What?
6, 7.
So you see what I'm saying
Hold on,
here?
You said you said
You
that
said
on
6,
purpose.
I did that.
You
on
You see what I'm
purpose.
saying
You
here?
might as well have done this.
No,
You
I'm
didn't
not.
even say 6.
So is that
I'm
is
not
that
gonna
a-
do
is
all
that a-
that
That's not
shit.
fair.
Oh, it is
that a-
fair.
As soon as first.
All y'all gonna call me out for me having an Android? I told you it's war, motherfucker.
Correct
This
me-
week is war.
correct me if I'm
It's
wrong,
the
but-
last episode of the year. I declare war.
Isn't the album
I'm about to be like
that
y'all
When
about to
Legit
be
is
fucking
on? Isn't that
Venezuelan
old?
boats. I'm about to
Isn't
shoot
that,
the
was,
shit
it was a
out of
mixtape
y'all.
before, right?
It was a
Okay.
mixtape.
Yeah. So I'm giving credit to you off that because it was already a mixtape. For it to resurface and do what it did, I'm kind of leaning more towards his side
So-
with that right now too. And I will give the credit towards social media, mainly TikTok, because that's, in my opinion, that's the reason that song blew up the way it did. Because
Right.
it was more so the people reacting to the opening bars to the song than the song itself. But for me personally, I heard it from those same things, listened to the song, and loved the song for what it was. So I can agree with that. And I'm in that 40 category that you're talking about. He's in. I'm not 40.
See,
I'm 31.
see,
But
to my point,
I'm 35, nigga. Shut
I
the
know,
fuck
I
up.
to
know.
my point though,
Yeah,
to
but
my
you're
to
not
my
40
to,
either.
to my point,
Literally,
though,
anybody older than me is about to be off this fucking podcast real quick.
to my point though, I knew you were gonna react like that because I know you don't listen to G Herbo, and I know, and I'm not being funny right now. I just know like who like the consensus is, and nobody in here like plays G Herbo like every
Consistently.
day.
In fact, the,
So it's like
Birdie
Hold on,
played.
chill.
Birdie
Humble is one of my favorite albums.
But
the last
Birdie played a
several years.
song.
I said half the.
Birdie had played a song from last year by G Herbo
I gotta
relatively
defend- I had to
recently,
defend
and
myself.
It actually made me like come around. Because I just never listened to him. I
Yeah.
never disliked him. I never liked him. But I never listened to him. Like I'm at the point where I actually want to look into G Herbo and listen to more of him. And Birdie had played a song that I ended up really liking, but it was from like last year's album or whatever. So like, yeah, I'm interested now at this point. And I do get it is that he's for years he has not been. People have had a lot to say about him, but I have seen his name more this year than any other year.
sure.
I'm not saying
I
that.
feel like I
I've
saw
seen
more
his-
last year.
I've seen his name. What last year?
Yeah.
impossible.
Definitely this year.
What did he do? What did he do
Impossible.
last
I'm
year?
not the biggest G Herbo fan.
Impossible.
But
I've never seen
that's
him pop
really
up
when I
like
saw
this
him
year.
pop up more and like, and again, maybe it's
Impossible.
different circles, and I'm
But
fine with
he's
that.
also
Yeah.
been around since like 2016.
He's been
or
around for a
something.
while. The man's been releasing a lot of fucking content too. Which
I-
shout out to him for that. The man releases a lot of content and it's not stale.
So I'm not fully mad at that.
What? Listen,
Why are you mad?
I
Why
thought-
are you mad at me giving him props, nigga?
I
still
thought
get-
you made a great argument for Herbo.
I still have mine too.
Go ahead.
Real quick, mine is far different than everything. So we didn't specify. We said MVP of hip hop. Now you went on who put the most raps, but what do I think as far as who shined in hip hop this year? Surprisingly, all these years later, is DJ fucking Premier. DJ Premier has put
That's
out
great.
many fantastic albums
to that.
this year. what?
I'm not hating.
Yeah.
I just have nothing to add to that.
First of all, the entire mass appeal thing that's been going on is almost at this point, I'd say, like bigger than the Kanye thing of the multiple albums in a row. In the way, in the acts that he's been grabbing, in the way that he's been doing, and like I said, I gotta fit this in here. Mark my words. I said in the fucking group chat earlier, that last album that we don't know from Mass Appeal is going to be Gangstar. It has to be. There's no fucking way that it's not. But I'm just saying is that you get a De La Soul album, you get a Slick Rick album, you get this shit.
Big L.
You get all this shit that nobody otherwise in hip hop history would have thought that we would be getting any time again ever. And Primo was the one to kind of put that together. That's what I will say is my MVP in hip hop.
So why don't you like my only like question in that argument is, or in that case is, why don't you make it a co-MVP with Nas, because Nas is right there too. Like, because that's why like we'll get to like our all first team.
I
like Nas is on my all first team because it's like it's him and
I
DJ
think,
Premier.
well, you just had the album come out for Nas, so that's one thing.
That's my thing.
Yeah, that's just
but
recency
no, but
bias.
Nas, but
We
it's
can't
all
go
under
with that.
Mass Appeal. That's Nas.
I get it.
It's
curation, but I'm talking to answer your question. Performance is Primo over because Nas hasn't had a whole lot of performances this year. He has
really
been
hasn't.
helping to curate. It's been him and Primo curating all of these albums, but who has more songs with their name listed on it this year is Primo by like 1,000,000 times over.
It is, and I do want to give
fair.
shout out to Primo, but like we're talking about, looking at the panel, a lot of the mainstream influence in hip hop has moved on. So while I do appreciate him doing that, and I did like the Slick Rick, and I did like, the Big L and the Mobb Deep, did it move the needle though? I would say no.
I wouldn't.
Depends on who you're talking to.
I think it depends on who you're talking to.
no,
But I think on the cultural zeitgeist,
Yeah.
In fact,
the zeitgeist did not move on that.
Because
will
now
say-
more
I
than
will
ever, I
say-
feel like that's like a prevalent thing to be happening.
I
Because
will
we
say-
haven't had this style of rap in a long
And
time.
Also,
You're right,
zeitgeist is
taking
your
over.
big ass word for the day, nigga.
You're right.
That's a small
I
one.
would say that if
that was always
anything,
there.
if anything, what it did was it did the opposite of move the needle forward. It reminded people where we came from, where all this came from to begin with, because Primo had a hand in some of the greatest hip hop records of all time.
Primo is
sure.
Primo actually should have been mentioned last week in terms of our first ballot Hall of Famers.
Right. He would have been. I think that would have been very valid. And so I think what this did was open the floodgates of, because again, the only comparable thing would be when Kanye did his 2018 run with the 6 albums or whatever. But it was different because what this
Half the
Mass
albums
Appeal
suck.
thing has been rekindling the flame of all of this shit that a lot of modern day hip hop fans don't even fucking know about.
No clue.
And not to say that
The
these
problem is
albums
a lot of
have
them didn't.
made that to where
Or they
did-
just glaze because they know they're supposed to.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
problem is
Like
a lot
it's
of those
disingenuous.
Yeah.
they didn't get the numbers because a lot of newer people did not listen to it. So it was a love letter to the people of the generation where it came from, but it was not.
We're not a numbers show.
We kind of are.
We are
We kind of
We
are.
talked about the numbers thing.
let's talk about our I think a great way to transition is to our all rap cave first
Keep
team.
handing me this shit when you know damn well you're gonna say something.
Because I'm actually about to use the restroom. So is that okay?
Our all rap cave first team. So we all had our
You acting real litigious right now.
we all had our MVPs. Thank you. We all had our MVPs. So if
Thank you.
you're rounding out to 5 people that like dominated this year and you're giving them a spot, who are you giving? And I'll go first. I'll just
This is the
give
only
mine.
one I couldn't really pinpoint.
This one to me is very easy.
It's the
Very easy. I didn't second guess it, and I think there will be some controversy in it, but I didn't second guess it. So if you're counting Clips as one, so you got Clips, you got Cardi, you got Boldy James, you got Kendrick, and you got Alchemist. And then honorable mention, if you want to swap Alchemist for Nas, I'm good with that because of everything that Nas. Yeah, that's my first team, and I'm sticking with it because you had Clips dominate the year hip hop wise. Nobody had a more talked about album. Nobody had more momentum. Nobody had more conversation, more importance, more weight around their record than Clips. Cardi, you can't deny what Cardi is and what Cardi does and what he did with this album to me. And Boldy James, again, we talked about it at the top of the show, the work ethic, the delivery, the quality, everything is unmatched. Kendrick, to me, the case is very simple. We're looking at 2025. And we're looking at an arena tour, a world tour that no hip-hop artist has ever done. This is uncharted territory as of right now.
You got to mention the beef.
He did that.
Got to mention the beef.
He did that.
I hate to.
He did the Super Bowl. He did the features that held weight this year. I think that he deserves a all NBA spot. GNX was a stronger year, obviously, because you have the rap battle, you dethrone Drake, you drop the album. All of that is counted in 2024.
Yeah, I just want to clarify in the sense of, because I do get that. I didn't even really, I forgot the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And all that shit. But I do want to clarify is that, yeah, Kendrick did not have any, aside from a couple of features, any strong.
No, he had three features. He had 3 features this year.
That's it. Yeah.
He had 3 features this year. That's it. But he also kicked off his arena tour.
Yeah.
That went crazy. That was unprecedented. Combined with the Super Bowl, combined with the moment, I think that he deserves an All NBA spot. Much like you look at these people like LeBron, you look at these people that Luka Doncic that maybe have a down year, right? But you know for a fact that they are one of the guys, bar none. And I think he did enough to maintain a first team spot. If you want to argue it, I'm here for it. That's fair. If you want to say I don't really give a fuck about an arena tour. A Super Bowl was cool. 3 features. Like I'll bring up for example, not taking shots, but like G Herbo that was very active this year. I'm not taking shots. I'm bringing up. But what I'm saying is, those cases, that's fair if you wanna bring them, and I'll have that conversation. I just think, to me, like you look at the history of awards, and there is some like prestige, and I think the prestige plus what was done this year matches it. Because I agree, if you remove prestige, maybe Kendrick doesn't get it. Because Kendrick was my last pick. He was my 5th spot.
Which I wanted to argue it because he has not dropped any music. But I guess if we're talking, that's why this was, if I'm being honest, this topic was the most confusing to me. 1, because I don't understand basketball. And 2,
fair.
Yeah, because that's where it becomes like, it kind of broadens the horizons of it. But yeah. I do get, he did, his tour was huge, and he had the Super Bowl thing, but I don't even count the features as part of that, because, I'm sorry, but, like, if in terms of Kendrick's music, are you going back to the features that he had on the Playboi Carti album?
Yes.
And what else was there?
The Chains and Whips. And
Chains and Whips.
We'll get to that later.
30 for 30.
That was
like
the
very end.
Year.
It was like this time last year. It was like December, like
really.
It was like after. It might have been
so
after.
what?
It was
Fair.
Christmas. I remember my brother and I being at my mom's kitchen table listening to it, which means he was home for the holidays. So it was like very close to Christmas.
it was like around this time.
What did he drop this year?
He did the 3 features and the tour. But I will say his
he said Chains and Whips.
He had 2 on Cardi, and then he had the Chains and Whips. And but But again, I will say that there is, and obviously I'm fair. I understand the narrative that he gets, the push that he gets, as well as another artist like a Drake, right? Like when you get that, you get your name just carries weight, even if it shouldn't. Yeah. And the Chains and Whips was the most anticipated verse of the year. And I think it delivered.
I'm not mad at that.
And that's all I'm saying. So look, I get that Kendrick is overgassed. I've said that several times. Kendrick is one of my favorite artists, but at the same time, I'll say he is very overgassed. He is very much the way that people view him is very jaded. But at the same time, there was a verse with Pusha T, with Malice on an album that was very hyped, and everybody was waiting for that moment that Kendrick rapped. And he did that, and he delivered, and I think it carried a lot of weight. If you want to argue the level of the weight, that's fine. But that's how I gave him the last spot on my first team.
I don't want to argue it. It's just like, given like how like the NBA teams like go, like in basketball it's like half a year basically, 24, 25, 23, 24. Like even if he was going like from NBA terms, like the beef run would have been missed because it would have been 23, 24.
Okay, but Kevin Durant.
Let me finish though.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm not gonna. It's just like, if we going off of like pure like music and who dropped, I think Kendrick having the spot is like rough because he doesn't have any of his own music. Given the feature with Pushing them was great, I have no issues with that. But like even the stadium tour, like it was cool, but like I would want him to drop something else. He still might or something. I doubt it, but like it was just the way he's gone. The way I perceived it was like we're going off of like people who have like dropped the album or a song this year.
Yeah, and
that's why I didn't want to pick.
I guess
and I'm not mad at
no. I feel you. So the only to keep it sports, and then I'll toss it to you. It's real quick. The way you look at like LeBron and Kevin Durant, right? You look at a lot of all NBA voters, and okay, so like the minimum games played is 55, right?
Got a little bias
so if they play 56 games, they gotta be there because they're Kevin Durant, because they're LeBron. Like I think that like Kendrick. That's why I'm looking at the season as. I'm not looking at the season as like you went up there and you were the best of the best. I think that you have proven to be the best of the best in the recent year, and you did just enough to put you in the top 5. That's how I'm looking at it. Like again, to me, he's the 5th spot. So I ain't mad at anybody that knocks him out of that 5th spot. I ain't mad at any of that. I just look at it as like Kevin Durant, 56 games played is the threshold. You played 57 games. You're Kevin Durant. I'm giving you the spot. Versus Drake, for example, I'd extend that same gratitude to, but he didn't do enough to me. He played 56 games. He didn't do enough to me.
This year, or half an album or whatever.
He didn't do enough to me. Like he had great moments.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
he did drop an album with Party Next Door this
I know.
year.
I know, and it was very disappointing. So to me, he didn't do enough for me to qualify. And that's it. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I love Drake.
I think they might. I don't know. Y'all guys on the to speak on that.
My 5 is very similar to that, but I have a single swap out from the 5 that you had. In no order, but I'm swapping Nas out for Freddie Gibbs. Alfredo too.
Let's go.
I love Freddie Gibbs.
We haven't gotten to albums yet. That's why I don't love this.
Enchilada with Anderson .Paak is by far one of the best songs of the year.
I agree.
Bar none.
And this is coming from someone who, after hearing Alfredo 1, I was like, oh, dude, he's probably not topping Alfredo 1. And I'm not saying Alfredo 2 tops it, but it came very close.
But you kind of are saying it.
No, hell no, I'm not. Because if we're going back to the year Alfredo 1 came out, then that clears. But as far
Skinny
as
Suge.
Skinny Suge all day. Skinny Suge.
Skinny Suge beats Skinny Suge 2 all day.
Absolutely.
I was disappointed
Listen,
by that.
when the album
Don't
track list
title-
came out,
don't
and I
title
seen
it. Yes.
exactly when I seen Skinny Suge 2, I was like, all right.
Don't title.
I was like, this has to be at least this good for me to listen to it. And I listened. It's a good song. Good song.
I would be impressed to
Nowhere
say
near.
that Alfredo and Alfredo 2 are two of the best collab projects that Alchemist has done with really any artist.
Also, Twitter dissected
I
that.
got two that
the
beat
year.
it. I got
We'll see
two
at the
that
end of
beat
the
it.
That's
year.
not Alfredo. Like, what the fuck? Like, that bull, somebody, like, broke it down, and that bull
Yeah.
is, like,
Oh,
apparently,
it's
like,
ramen,
ramen.
but the
Yeah.
point-
It is ramen.
So that didn't make sense, but the point is that Alfredo is a combination of their names, which I understand.
Yeah.
It's
I got
Alfredo,
two-
L, Alchemist, Fredo,
I got two that beat that though, as far as Alchemist collabs.
from this year.
No,
That's why I had Alchemist as one of my honorable
Oh no,
mentions.
I did say all time. I got. What,
You did say all
What
time.
would be the other ones?
Bo Jackson and
Bo
The Price of
Jackson's
Tea in
fire.
China.
I'm not.
The
I'm not
Price of
saying
Tea in
that those
China.
aren't.
Shout out Press and Tea.
Hey,
Tea in China.
Listen, for the longest time-
Tea in China is one of the greatest, of course.
I agree because I was thinking Bo Jackson because Bo Jackson was the first all-in Boldy album
Can
that
we-
I heard
yeah,
personally.
All I would say was that two of the.
Oh,
best.
okay,
I
okay,
didn't
okay,
say the
okay,
two
okay.
best,
Okay,
but
okay,
two
okay.
of
Can we
the
get
best.
mad? Can we get mad at Alchemist for a second? Why the fuck did that Yasin Bey album not drop to the public? I am so pissed about that. You tease that all year. That
That's
was my
more
most
Yasin's.
anticipated.
I would say that's more Yasin's fault than it is Alchemist.
100%,
Alchemist
like,
is so
you
quick
know
to
who you
drop his
talking
shit.
about, right?
Yeah, it's
Like, that's
It's
his
for
MO.
sure Yasin's fault.
Talk about someone who's selective. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which is so sad because he knows.
Which also,
He
shout
knows
out
we
the
wanna hear that
Aesthetic. I
shit.
feel like that's an underrated album that just needs to be talked about more often.
Is what?
The Aesthetic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's just you got to take what you can from it. Unfortunately, that's what sucks. That's what an artist like
You know
that
what?
really
The album
does
probably
to
just
us.
got delayed in South wherever he at right now.
You want to talk? You want to talk about delays? You want to talk about delays?
Let's do
Yep.
it.
Let's
wanna
get
hear
to
it.
most improved because that shit should be unanimous. We shouldn't even have to spend more than 5 minutes on this.
I mean, it's nothing is unanimous on this show. I think you know.
I am very frustrated if it is not unanimous.
I would have
If
too.
you
I would
want-
that
if you
shit
want to
add.
pick first teams.
You didn't label your first team?
I had mine.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you definitely passed me the mic before you
Oh
said
yeah,
yours.
I didn't know we was doing it at the time. I'll make it quick though. I
Oh,
had
you good.
Clips as my first pick.
Yep.
Yes, I did. Chance was my second. Freddie Gibbs. I had Drake in there. I like that album. That's personal bias. I think he carried the album. So like, given that's why.
Oh, I don't
100%
Like,
disagree with
it
that.
Was, it without it's all.
I just
Drake to
think
me.
it wasn't.
It wasn't the best. But,
Yeah.
I mean, like given.
Without him, that album was trash.
Yeah, I'm not a P&D fan, so like I was cool with that. And then my fifth was
Nobody
G-Herbo,
is.
obviously. So yeah, that's my five. Real simple.
All right. I'll let you kick it off. Most improved.
Chance. Easy.
Improved.
Yeah, given his last project, like he was in the Doonies. Like it,
Yeah.
to me, his career was over. And you know what I always say? Get divorced, get broken up, get your heart broke. Best music ever. He got divorced, and he found every niche and every like.
Ron Moore.
Interesting.
No.
The only thing is, I would have said more like, because we already knew Chance could rap this well, and then that was a flop. Like he rapped far better before that album, which is why to me, like I didn't consider it. I'm not mad at the
When did
take
Big
it
Day
off.
come out?
It's unanimous.
When did Big Day
It's
come out?
unanimous.
6 years ago?
Yes, 6 years ago. I
Yeah,
don't.
bro.
I don't care. I don't care when that
I'm
album
going
came
with
out.
Chance.
That album exists. That album exists.
And it shouldn't.
It's his
And
wife's fault.
and most improving from last album to this album, there is absolutely no discussion. I will never in a million years, this year in 2025, you will never catch me even conceding another debate over Chance the Rapper for most improved.
It's not close.
There
at all, bro.
is not a. You dropped one of the worst albums in hip hop history, and you came back and you dropped a phenomenal album.
That shit
Phenomenal.
rotation.
If you want to hate on it, it's cool.
I didn't even have.
But you dropped one of the
I didn't even have a
dog
person
shit
face.
albums.
I couldn't. Nah, I couldn't.
didn't
I
have
couldn't tell you how
Nobody's
far down,
being
how
Chance.
far down Chance would have been on my list of rappers I would have named because I'm not the biggest Chance fan. Let me say that. Didn't really listen to the album that much. Probably skimmed through it once or twice because of the rep that his last album got. So, in a sense, I'm kind of agreeing with you guys probably because I'll have to go back and listen because after that album, I was just
No,
like,
it's
this
new
dude's
al-
done. This dude's done.
This new album is.
I'll have to go back and listen.
It's fire.
I don't
is
feel
it.
like honestly with that, I don't feel like I don't have an answer for most improved because
I did
everything
that
I
first.
liked from this year either was at the same level of being an artist's best or lesser than. So I can't say I have somebody that's the most improved, honestly.
But you can go from a 1 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10, and that's
Yeah, that's
easily
fair.
what
That's
Chance
fair.
did. Like Chance, fucking a 1 out of 10 is generous.
I'm-
That shit
Yeah,
was boo
yeah.
boo.
It was
I'm happy
horrible.
to agree with Chance on that. It's
That
just-
shit made me
it's-
never want to get married.
No,
That album is so
yeah,
bad.
no, the Big Day was absolutely god awful. It was a fucking terrible album, and we all know that in general. It's just his, I guess, improvement as far as how well he raps. Necessarily, I fought the entire time I've heard anything from him outside of the Big Day. I have known that he is a top tier rapper. So to me, it doesn't feel like an improvement. It feels like more of a return to form, if anything. Like because I think that he was already. I mean, if you look at fucking what the Coloring Book was before that. Fantastic raps, bro. The fucking that the song with Jay Electronica, "How Great Is Our God," or "How Great" is the name of the song, bro. It's one of his best verses of all fucking time. It's way
No,
too long.
I agree.
But
I agree. He had the talent.
that's the only reason I didn't think particularly about him in improvement. But I think you are right. I'd agree with that.
T-Pain was on that album too.
They're making you out to be like a T-Pain stand over here. What's up with that?
It's Bone Thugs and T-Pain got to do a versus at this point because y'all be arguing too much.
All right. Let's go. Rookie of the year. I'll start. Boldy James. No I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Rookie of the year though. This one was tough. We had a lot of off mic conversations.
I feel like I know mine.
I think this is a Malcolm Brogdon year. I think you look at it, and I
I
think
know what that means.
And I think say who I think.
I think you look at a lot of artists that are like, okay, this is nice. This is nice. This is cool. This is cool. You're nice. But you're not a oh my God, you're not a superstar of the league. You're not a LeBron James, you're not a Jason Kidd, you're not a no. You're a fucking I'm gonna just say it. I'm a Ray Vaughn.
Oh my God, bro! That's what I was going to pick too.
Oh, that wasn't gonna be my answer.
Not even.
I like that answer,
Not even
though.
close for me.
My
Was,
rookie,
bro. I tried. I had it written down.
and this might
I think Ray Vaughn is very talented.
for sure.
I'm a fan of Ray Vaughn. I think what he does is dope. I look at him and I don't see superstar. I see a rapper that Chris Platte likes and listens to.
He should. He.
first.
I
What
for a minute,
level
I thought
is
he was
he
gonna be a
signed to?
superstar.
I should have went
The
first.
leakers, the leakers
What is he
freestyle.
signed to? God beats me. No, I'm just talking shit.
You could talk about what label he's signed to. That's a whole nother
Man,
discussion.
y'all sound
They've been
like haters,
selling.
dude.
No, he's not a superstar. No, please tell me he's gonna be a superstar.
Not a chance.
Ray Vaughn?
Yeah.
No. I think he definitely, like I would say this year alone he's had a phenomenal year. But as far as what he's gonna do in the near future, I don't think he's going to really stand out. He's gonna have to work a lot harder than what he gave us this year than anything.
I think also this was his best project that he could have put forth.
His project this year was really good.
His
I
project was
think
fire, bro.
his project this year was really good. I think that but I think that he has a very low ceiling. and I like Rayvon. I think
got a lot of competition,
I'm
dude.
comfortable. I'm comfortable with his ceiling.
Yeah.
Like his ceiling.
Keep him in the box that he's in.
His ceiling is something that I like and that I'm good with.
It's like right around where like JID and Smino is at. But like not as good though.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Duncan Robinson. You feel me? Like
can
I'm a
say
fan
JID,
of I'm a fan
you
of
know,
somebody.
you
I'm a
leave
fan of
Smino
somebody
name
that
out
like
there.
is cool, but I know what they're about. I know their role.
Who he is. You exactly know who he is.
I'm
Not
giving
Michigan.
I'm giving my rookie to
Fuck y'all.
No, it's the opposite of a safe space.
It's very much an
clearly
opposite
not.
of safe
Yeah,
yeah, it
space.
shouldn't be.
You
It
were
doesn't
there
need to
last
be.
week. You see, it's clearly not a safe space for any of y'all.
Is this a group of role players that are never going to be on your playlist talking about Rookie of the Year, Michael Carter Williams?
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
it's
basically.
like I said,
Yeah.
it's,
100%.
it's Malcolm Brogdon.
Exactly.
We got some Philadelphia first, some Tankathon picks.
It's Malcolm Brogdon. It's you are rookie of the year because Joel Embiid is hurt.
So you said you had someone. I wanted to hear who you
I
had.
want to hear other ones, bro. Everybody's
This-
got the golden answer. Let's hear it.
This is gonna align with my my
so
Kendrick
hurt.
bias that I have. It's AZ for me, bro. Rookie of
Is
the
he
year.
check? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
AZ sheet.
Game time.
Yes,
Game
because
time.
when you
talk
look at
about verses.
GNX, when you look at GNX, right?
AZ sheet.
AZ sheet.
AZ
Shike.
Shike.
Okay.
I
Bro,
loved I
that
loved
game
a lot
time
of
diss
the-
is everything.
It's ridiculous. I loved a lot of the features on GNX. More so, outside of the verses being good or not, I liked it because I seen Kendrick was like,
Surprise.
I'm about to put my West Coast dudes on. And
I
I
think-
like that. I respect that, right? To me, I think AZ has the best verse out of all the features on the album on Peekaboo.
100%.
His second verse on Peekaboo. And after I heard that, I was like, oh, who is this guy? Dodie 6 also was the other person on the album that I was like, all right. I was like, who is this guy?
And
Anybody
also
else?
facts, also
Yeah,
facts.
whoever else, I was like, all right, whatever. But the only person I seen really capitalize off of GNX as a feature artist was AZ.
And
I
will
agree
say
with that. I
AZ
think that's a great
Sheik
choice.
He is a, I guess,
Bro.
by proxy, like he's very close. among
He's
the
stupid.
TDE
Yeah.
of everything because
Yes.
the first time I heard of him was on Schoolboy Q's album last year. Blue Lips was on Movie. He
Yes.
was on that.
Well,
That was
yeah.
the first time
he-
I heard him,
And that's how he got
we've
introduced
now
to
seen
Kendrick.
him
he
getting kind of
he
like
documented
different
the
stuff.
he
Yeah.
documented the whole moment of like getting to perform with Kendrick on the GNX tour, and obviously that's a big look for any artist.
And he also
And-
was the kind of person that was like, here's your opportunity, take it. And he literally did
Yes.
that
And
off
he-
of the album and
and
everything
that-
passed.
There's that
every
clip
every
of-
single time.
at the Super Bowl when even though like because Kendrick actually did do his verse or whatever on stage.
Yeah.
And him and his whole family watching it.
Yeah,
it was,
I seen
like,
the- yep.
super like heartwarming. That was sick.
Yeah.
No, that was one of my favorite. Like when you talk about like why I love hip hop, that is like a moment why I
Yeah.
love hip hop. Like that right there, that was fucking heartwarming. That was sick. I think that AZ Chike is a great nomination.
That's a great nomination. I think you actually probably won
I think-
that
I
debate.
think-
Pretty good. I like it.
I thought about it. To me, it's like I think he's heating up. I think he's heating up to where it's like next year he's gonna
Next year
Yeah.
will definitely
that
be it for
claim.
him because he's going to probably have a full body of work next
Exactly.
year. And to me, when I look at it, I'm looking at like who had their first full body of work this year.
Right, and that was my thing. Like after hearing him on the GNX album, that was my prediction. I was like, oh, he's definitely dropping an album. Didn't get an album. He got a few songs that released here and there, but the songs that he released, I was like, whoa, because I didn't think any of
I
those
like the
dudes.
conversation of who are you interested to see where they
Yes,
go from there.
yeah,
And
because-
that's where I think AZ
No,
Sheik
for sure,
shines.
for sure.
Yeah.
If you're taking it like in terms of stocks, like I'm putting a lot of stock in AZ.
100%.
That's where I see.
100%.
That's
because
where see Rick.
because I've seen him. I've seen the way that he handles the limelight and how he delivers himself. I'm putting a lot of money in that.
I'll put
You
some
know,
stock in
you
that.
know how like you're around people and you believe they're a winner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not just saying this because he's here, but like Jalen is a great example of that. Jalen is somebody that like if I never met him and I had one interaction with him, and you were to tell me somebody that would be successful, I'd put my eggs in that basket because he just exudes that. And that's what AZ Chike does. Like, that's, like, you look at the interviews, you look at the way he carries himself. Like, he talked about the whole GNX tour. Like, the fact that he got that moment. Remember, Lefty Gunplay.
Went the whole different way with that.
Yeah.
Lefty Gunplay
Fumbled that whole
was
bag.
there and wanted to go on stage, and like he got denied by security, and it was embarrassing, and
He's always on
egos
fucking-
and
every
whatever.
interview, he's on drugs. Like it's just like
Heroin
So-
to be
have
exact.
some decorum, man.
Versus
You're-
versus
you're-
like AZ Chike was like, I woke up at 6 a.m. I texted Kendrick 2 days. I didn't hear from him. I texted him again that night. I texted him again that morning. I texted him again that night.
He was hungry
That's
for
a
it.
hunger.
He wanted
I texted
it.
him,
Yeah, he wanted that.
I texted him 4 times, and then I wake up to a text at 3:30 a.m. and Kendrick is like, show up to this spot,
Show up
Yep.
to the studio right now, and he's like, "Say less."
and
I don't.
he's
I will
there,
be there.
and he's there, and he did it, and he went through a rehearsal of performing, and the rest is history. And then he got the opportunity. Like he
We wouldn't be talking about him right now if it wasn't for that fucking exposure. And right now, he's one of the hottest feature artists off that album outside of SZA.
No, he is. He is
absolutely.
absolutely.
I'd
He
say
is absolutely.
He would be number. Yeah, he's number 2.
He's
Yeah.
somebody. He's somebody I'm taking stock in. But again, where I would argue, like the reason he's not one of my top artists for Rookie of the Year is because even though I'm favorable of him, like I like Samara Sin, I like what Overcast is doing, I like what a lot of people are doing. I think when you look at Rookie of the Year, I think that there were a lot of people that with AZ Chike, he kind of just kept the simmer going.
Yeah.
As opposed to I turned it up. He didn't really turn it up. He was very strategic. He laid
I think
low.
he's still laying his.
Yes.
I'm trying to say this without y'all pausing me, but I think he's still laying the pipeline down for his career, which I
Yeah.
think is a good move because
Yeah.
he's following Kendrick.
He's
who-
playing the safe route.
He's taking the long route.
Versus
which is fine.
like you go with a guy like my guy Chris
I wanna hear
Patrick.
yours, bro.
Like Chris Patrick stopped the internet when he had his Mafia-thon freestyle. And I'm a Chris Patrick guy, but objectively, you look at it like I saw people that didn't know who the fuck this kid was. And they quoted
That's not a
that
bad
tweet.
one.
And they looked at it and they're like, "Yo, who the fuck is this kid?" And I had several DMs about yo, who the fuck is this kid? Like because of this. And then Nas went and shouted him out. Nas said, who's the person that was rapping on, who was freestyling on Kai Cenat that cried? He's like, Chris Patrick. He's like, yeah, watch out for that motherfucker. Like he got the
Yeah.
Nas cosign.
And-
He did everything. Like
Every one of my friends who saw him live,
he
in
dropped a
concert,
project today. We're gonna get to it, but
Yeah, everyone who saw him live in concert, two of my friends was just like, "Yo, who is this guy?" And I know that you, because I know I couldn't make it to that concert. I
He's
was out
an
of town.
anomaly.
But when we were talking about it, my friends were like, "Yo, this was the best portion of the concert." He's hungry,
and he
that's
was
a hungry motherfucker.
and he was with JID, and like, look, again, not everybody has different strokes, different folks. He did such a great job this year, capitalizing on all his momentum. And I think that he is a very strong case for Rookie of the Year because you look at this project that he dropped this week, and it was crazy.
It was great, and I do think that I don't know, like Rookie of the Year is hard because it's like supposed to be like the known name, but he's one of the next ones that's up to me. Like you're gonna hear about, like if you don't,
That's
know
why I
him,
didn't
if
give
you don't
him
know
Rookie of
him
the Year.
now,
That's why I
you
didn't
gonna
give
know
him
him
Rookie
in
of the Year.
2-3
Great
years.
transition into what Rookie means to everyone because, in my opinion, it was the way that I looked at it was a relatively unknown or close to an unknown who performed, I think, extremely well this year, and I'm interested to see where their career goes.
I have
W-
one for that.
Without the cosign, whatever. And that
Okay,
type
the
of shit.
one did
Well,
have
no,
the cosign.
it's not about that, but I'm just saying that's the way that I looked at it. So my rookie initially, and then I have 2 quick honorable mentions. My rookie is there's a dude who I've been watching the way that he's been kind of operating and the music that he's been making. His name is Suave. And he is.
That's
I knew he was about to say that.
You know who I'm talking about?
Me too. Yes,
Bro,
I knew you were about to say that.
He is like, first of all, he raps incredibly well. His beat selection is crazy. He's going back to these samples that people haven't heard in a long time. I'm really and that's how I took the rookie thing is I'm really excited to see where he goes with the way that he operates because he's really impressive. I'll send you something if you. I sent one thing in the group chat, didn't get any love. That's okay. But anyway,
I want to know what it was.
it was.
Was it off of Billy too?
No, there was a sample that he used that was very recognizable. I'll show you after. I just want to say quick honorable mentions. One, this guy isn't necessarily new, but I like that how his album went and where he's going. Ben Riley, I'm really excited to see where he goes.
Okay, I didn't know how young or old he was, but he was somebody that struck me.
I've heard of him the past couple of years, but I'm interested to see where he takes it.
I agree.
Kind of following
That's
off
great.
of your
That's a great
thing,
mention.
I know that it didn't move the needle a lot when it got released this year, and I know when he was released, it was basically for the cosign of the Drake remix. But I think Four Bats actually had a really good album this year in terms of R&B.
I didn't even listen to it.
It was, to me, it was very cohesive. It flowed really well, and I thought for him,
I like
listening
Four Bats.
to him outside of everyone knows him from the Drake, collaboration, everything for the remix of the song. But I thought that his album by itself, independently, sounded sonically very good, and I'm actually very excited to see where he grows to as an artist. So that's that was to me my rookie of the year because I'm I know it didn't get a lot of press. I know it wasn't because of the whole Drake thing, he's kind of gotten put in that box. But to me, honestly, I thought that he had a very cohesive first album, and it was very listenable.
Suave was going to be my answer initially
Suave.
And I changed it to Easy.
We'll talk about that. I also, my last honorable mention that I didn't get off is, now this has been controversial, especially in the past couple of weeks, but I really like Win, man. I like that girl. That white girl is pretty fucking solid, bro. I'm sorry, but she can rap her fucking ass off. She can, and that has been a.
No, she's smooth. She's smooth.
It's been a big controversy if anyone's seen the way that social media has been acting the past couple of weeks. But she's dedicated. She puts her fucking heart into it. She's very good at what she does. What are you gonna? What, Zay? You're gonna be the one to say something? Please enlighten me.
Man, it don't matter what I say.
We want to hear it though.
What do you have to say?
I'd love to hear
Who was his choice?
He hasn't gone yet.
No, he did right. Y'all the same one.
No, I'm changing. I don't.
Yeah, he
Raydon's
had the
not
same
good
one as
enough.
you did.
Raydon's not good enough, so I'm going Rome Streets.
Not mad at that.
That's not a
Rome Streets ain't a rookie.
That's the only
not a
thing is
rookie
that
to
it'd
me,
be
I ain't
hard to
gonna
say
lie.
a rookie because Rome Streets has kind of had that Griselda presence for a little while.
Yeah.
I do think that he's gotten.
He may be new to
He's
you.
gotten far more recognition. If anything, I would pair a Rome Streets and Stove God Cooks has gotten a shitload of recognition. The same way this year, but they've also both kind of had a little bit more stake in the game for a little while. But they've gotten a lot of recognition this year for sure.
Am I last? Is my last?
You are last.
Up? Yeah.
Damn, I didn't. All right, I'll make mine quick. He's not really the best person. I don't really have a good. It's not a good rookie list out this year. I'm a big hits guy. I like rollouts and stuff like that. He's not a good. He can make hits. He's not the best rapper. But the first half of the year, I think it was Jello, and here's why. Here's why.
I kind of fuck with this answer.
Bro,
Okay.
I kind of fuck with that.
Let's
Take a bathroom break.
Here's why. The first half of the year, he had a snippet that was everywhere for a whole 3 months. Who's doing that? Anybody else?
No.
Especially somebody who doesn't have a
Let me let you stage
Jello,
it.
rookie of the year.
Can I never can finish the
Y'all
point.
sit down if you want to talk. That's what it is.
I can never finish the point. I just feel I just think he had a good first year. Now after that, I don't really have a person for the second half of the year, but I think the first half of the year was him. I just think it was him for real. I do, truly.
I can agree with that because
Like,
that
what-
was what is it, Tweaker?
Like that song was on every
It was
commercial, everything. Like
everywhere.
It was
Everywhere.
huge. My question for you would be, I mean, again, I think everyone kind of interpreted it a little differently as far as what rookie means. Is do you really see a fruitful future for Jello in hip hop?
I don't see consistency. I think it'd be like every so often he makes a hit.
Or if anything, the problem is
Do
too
you
consistent.
think he has another
too,
hit?
Yes.
Too much of the same.
I do. The beat selection, like I think he knows how to find the right beats. I truly
That's
do.
fair.
So like if
And he has a very unique voice.
if he gets the
I will-
right production, he can't rap that good, but he knows how. You know what I mean, AP? He
got
know.
the pocket.
He
Yeah,
does
I get-
enough.
I get what you mean.
He does
I'll-
enough.
in the
How
same
much-
way because he's so.
I'll
sorry.
put money on he doesn't have another.
In the same way as
don't know about
because you
that.
know he is a very on the nose, like you kind of know what to expect. Another person like that
Shake
who
on
I'm
it.
interested to see where it goes is Mexico Dro as well from this year.
That's a nasty selection, but I'm
But
not mad at
that's
it, bro.
that's another
a
rookie
nasty
that
one.
which he's not he's been making beats in the game for the past 10 years. Like he's been huge and it's funny, he's not even rapping over
He's
his
just a
own beats
rookie the
either.
most.
He like came in and decided to rap and it's all just like by fucking working on his
whoever
car and
gets
doing
the-
regular shit and
If
whatever.
he gets the best beats, like I think his team would get him the best production because they know he can't really rap for real. He can make hooks. If you
Ain't
can
that the
make,
whole point?
I'm interested
What
to
do
see
you-
where he goes.
I'm talking. If we talking,
I'm not. I heard his album, 21 songs.
Almost or
That's
You're talking about
no.
okay.
His album was not good. And I said that. I said he can't rap. But if you're talking like rookie of the year, like he had a hit.
No,
Like,
he did have a hit.
he had a
Nobody's
hit.
taking that from him. But it's like
Anybody that y'all said though, he
Y'all
had a bigger
can't-
hit. He went platinum too out of everybody that y'all named.
the most fire hit.
By the way,
that's
On his own. That's,
y'all mentioned billboards, right? He went he went platinum.
right,
No,
right.
Don't talk
Okay.
numbers on this podcast.
Okay.
I didn't think we did
Okay,
AP until
no,
I got G Herbo.
but we could be real, and none of us know the answer to this, right? But my response would be, so like, okay, my rookie of the year was Ray Vaughn, right? Your rookie of the year is Joe, because Joe obviously, no doubt, had the much bigger song, much bigger moment, whatever. Boom. Usually the way that these labels work, and you think that you're betting on Joe having 3 or 4 more of those
How many?
versus Ray Vaughn that signed a cool deal that appeases to his fans, his
Who
demographic.
he signed to?
TD.
No real shit. Who did he sign to? TDE?
Yeah.
How many hit songs does he have? Like, what's the hit song that he has?
probably 0.
What's up?
It's like
Like what?
Like
what
an
what-
actual,
No.
like,
What
hit.
did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
I
Yeah.
said, like,
He
how
doesn't.
many, like,
He
hits
doesn't
does
have
he
a
have?
hit.
He's got no hit songs.
Jello making. You'll have a better discography. I'll give you that for Raven. I don't know him like that, but I
Right.
assume if he's with TDE, he must be somewhat
Artistically
respectably-
inclined. Yeah.
better. But I think Jello with
But
It's just
but
the
I think
connection- the way Jello's career
listen. I think neither of us have the answer to this. We're bullshitting. I think neither of us have the answer to this. I think it's a old discussion of like somebody that serves their fan base for X amount of years versus somebody that had a hit and that is spending the rest of their career trying to recapture it. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Most times they don't.
I'm gonna just hope
And-
he has the connections to get there because of NBA shit. That's the best. That's the like real shit. That's
He
the
might-
best.
He might.
Yeah.
Just off that, like I don't think he can make a great album. I
So
don't.
yeah, no, I know.
The
Again,
only way I see
again.
it going for a guy like Jello is that it'll be like going forward because he can clearly write a hit. He tried it again. It didn't necessarily work as well in his favor as the first time. But because he's got NBA money and he's got the connections and all that, it's going to be writers. That's like that's how.
Yeah,
Jello
he's got the. He's
which
got
is,
the
which is
system.
not. I'm not saying that that's like a necessarily an entire make or break
Just not as
factor
authentic.
of whatever it is. But I'm interested to see where it could possibly go. because
Absolutely.
he is very much. I almost like. I put him in a similar box to like a Tommy Richmond, where it feels like they kind of solidified a specific style. Very.
Let's
quick-
view you under a microscope.
very-
Yeah.
yeah. No, very different music, but like very quick into their career, they kind of box themselves into a corner. And I'm curious to see how Jello could possibly make his way out of that corner.
Before we get out of here, we have 2 more things we want to get to, and that is albums of the year and verse of the year. Let's start with verse of the year. Let's just highlight everybody on the panel. Highlight a verse that was to them elite, immaculate. Like I have a whole bunch of verses, but if you want to just highlight one that like stuck out to you as like this is elite this year, what do you want to highlight?
I got mine, but I don't want to go first.
Mine.
Do you want me to kick it off?
I got the mic. I'll just do it. G Herbo won legit. The entire. I mean, it's no hook, so like.
Right.
Just the whole song is like my favorite verse of the year. I just think it's sweet. I just think it was him just in there having fun for real, and it was catchy. So
Yeah.
that's my verse of the year.
What about you, Zay?
Yeah, that'd be my honorable mention.
Zay, verse of year.
I don't know. I didn't have one.
You only got one verse that stands out?
The things that seen in my eyelids, Calexico Dreams, Murder in Silence.
By who?
Chains and Whips.
Chains and Whips.
Oh,
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That was my second of the year. Go ahead.
Mine is Malice's verse on FICO. Like I sort them out. I love that verse.
So I have a Malice verse too. Before I get to that,
Oh, I'm copying though, so let me change mine.
all right. Malice had the verse of the year. It wasn't on FICO. That verse is hard though.
Love that verse.
That verse is hard though. My whole like top 10 verses is off of 2 albums because
Fair.
these
That's
motherfuckers
fair.
were snapping this year. It was a great year for rapping. If you're a rap fan, if you like structured rap with a lot of technical skill, then this was your year. The verse to me that's the verse of the year, and it's not even close, is Malice on Birds in the Trap Don't Sing. Like that shit brought me back to
That's fair.
that shit brought me back to discovering the the corpse of my grandfather, like after he passed. Like that verse when he's talking about discovering his parent passed was so directly tied to my experience of my grandfather. Like it was so vivid that it is a one-of-one experience, and that is like pure poetry. Like the way Malice rapped on that, I thought Pusha did great. Pusha did his thing. They both chose to rap about because both their parents passed in the making of this album. So they chose to rap about it.
Was it during the making of it that they had passed away? I'm not 100% sure.
So I won't. Yes, let me retract that statement. I know that both of them passed within the last 2 years.
So recently, either way. That's why I was just curious.
So I don't know how long this
agree.
album was in the making.
I think it's one of the greatest songs of the entire year, and
Absolutely.
if not, I think it's undeniably
That was
one of, if not the best on that album.
That was
and it was a ballsy
beautiful.
It was.
And that was
Ballsy for an
Big
intro.
time.
and that was one of them ones to me. That was fire.
I changed my answer. Rule 4080 with Rome Streets. He said, if you want to,
That's a great verse.
he said, you want to hide something from these niggas, put it in a book. And that I found that one was fucking hilarious. And that the title of that is actually a reference to Tribe Called Quest when he said, industry rule number 4080, record company people are shady.
That's fire. That's a great verse. That's
I
a
like
great
that
verse.
answer.
What is your verse you want to highlight?
Oh, so not my pick, my highlight from this year. Hold on, let me look.
I ain't mad if
listened
it's Game Time because Game Time was on my short list. I didn't make it.
I love Game Time.
But I listened to Back the Bars and I'm like,
Yeah, it's simple.
Thing about LA rap is like it's fire,
You
but
know what you're getting from it.
it's like it flows well, but it's like
It's like, all right.
oh, you didn't say this, like you didn't calculate how like the Mayans didn't invent math. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way Nas be rapping, like
Right, like you know where to place it at.
yeah.
A highlight. Let me see. Let me look back at my replay.
You got verse.
What? I did my verse.
Yeah.
I got highlights.
I got
Well.
highlights for sure, but I did my verse though.
Well, versus my verse highlights.
Yeah.
being-
Yeah.
Honestly?
you did, bro. Yeah.
Off the top of my head, a highlight would be Sammy from Permanent Ink, for a very specific reason, with Boldy. I feel like as long as I've been listening to Boldy now, although he is a Detroit artist, he doesn't sound very Detroit. Sammy was the song that straight how he raps, the beat, the flow, everything. That's my highlights from Sammy. I love that shit. Beyond anything else. What's going on over here?
Where are you
So,
at?
Mine could be upsetting to the cause, I guess. I have two songs. Well, technically they're verses, but I have two verses to highlight, but they are the entire song. So that's what they are. One is Gamma parentheses Need the Love off of Earl Sweatshirt's Live Laugh Love is one of my favorite songs of the entire year. I think that the entire song is a verse, and I think it's one of his greatest performances. I almost know it word for word at this point. It is one of his best performances in years, in my opinion. And then also, if anybody listened to the Mike album Showbiz, the song "Man in the Mirror" is one of my.
That's
also,
good. That's
that's
a
my
good verse.
other, and it's another song. Both those songs are where. Technically, we're talking about verse of the year, but they are those songs are both the entire song's a verse. So, like, that's what it is. But either way, both of those songs, those are my top performances of the year that I really, really enjoyed.
I'll do a couple since everybody did theirs. I think the first verse in Conundrum for Wale, that's one of my favorite verses this year.
Oh,
It's a lot of playing
Oh,
words in there, like
Oh, I
you know,
did
like
this thing on that album.
he said something like she naked, but I'm closed off, it was a crazy like little run right there, that one, and then Young Thug's verse on Part of My Back, and I didn't like that album when it first dropped, but it was like my second like play album of the year. So like Young Thug's verse,
I don't remember specifically.
it was a deep cut. That one, and he had a song with YF and Lucci. That's crazy. I don't even know why I'm saying this, but it was called What Up Jesus. That it was they used,
What Up Jesus is the name of the song?
it is, and they was floating on there, man. You know, but yeah,
It was
that's
just wife and Lucy.
They were talking to
they
Jesus.
was
Up
talking
Jesus?
that shit on there, man. Like it was cool though. But yeah, that was.
The man spent how long in the pen? I would expect a
They
song
was-
about
they was-
What Up Jesus.
they
like
was
that.
both-
He
Yeah.
think about a lot of shit.
He refound God
And they was both
All right.
beefed out too, so that's even crazier.
Album of the year before we get out of here.
Wait, Bryce,
Easy.
do you have a verse?
You've been missing
Oh,
for a minute.
I thought you. Yeah,
So
I thought
the
you. delivered
verse,
your verse,
and
yeah.
again, my verse has always been for me this year, and part of it's because I went to see them in concert. But watching Pusha T, where I was standing in this concert, seeing the whites of this man's eyes and seeing the passion when he delivered, you cried in front of me, you died in front of me. That second verse is that third verse is So Be It. That hit me in a way,
like
because
that.
I was standing right there, and I literally, like I said, I was in the general population, so I'm in the pit, people standing up. I was maybe 4 or 5 rows back from this man. I could see the whites from his eyes from there, and when he rapped that,
He meant it.
yes, he did. Like I was sitting there, I was like, "What did I do to you?"
Yeah.
And he
What
wasn't
did you
even.
say fuck me for?
Yeah, what'd you say fuck me for? He wasn't even rapping in my direction. I'm sitting there, I was like, oh, when this man hit these bars, he meant that from his core, and he rapped that from his core. When he hit that, you died in front of me. the way he said that, like, I liked it in the song. Don't get me wrong. Like, listen to the album. I think it's one of my favorite verses, regardless of that. But seeing that shit live changed me. Like, that was real.
Yeah, that was. I didn't even really think of that because I hated the first Soviet beat that was chosen, particularly the album cut. I like a lot better. But the single I didn't like so much, so I didn't spend quite as much time on that song, I guess, overall.
Go back to the album cut, man. That third verse, when he's talking about Travis Scott, bro.
Which I
don't know
say
how
it-
Travis
is-
Scott recovered from that one.
Pusha T made a decision to now say that rap beefs are dead, and I don't know why anyone's beef with anyone, even though he was just talking shit about Travis Scott like 3 months ago.
Well, no, he killed it. Like, to me, that's a death blow.
I also see nobody wants smoke with.
So
Pusha
I
T,
I
realistically.
understand.
You really don't.
I understand what Pusha T is saying is that like yeah, you have nothing to win in a rap beef anymore. Like you can just survive.
But when you're actively participating.
But at the same time, yeah, you're actively participating. Like you're
Pusha T and Kendrick
You're a
come
whole-
from the same
you're a
cloth.
whole-
They big haters.
your whole like press run was about all the people you hated.
That's
like
what I need. I need a collab.
I like that though. I
need
respect
a,
that.
I need a collab hater.
People are
album.
scared to be haters nowadays.
I'm mad that
Pusha T, 50 Cent. I need like a full
hater album.
A hater's
everyone
ball.
who hates the most out of
Hate
the
unit.
entire-
Haters ball.
Yeah.
My thing about it though, to me, was I love that album. I know we're about to get in the album, so this can be your transition. But I just love that album had an actual press run.
Yeah.
It really did.
No,
That's what,
I
that's
love
something like
I love
1990s,
I love Al's
2000s
press
rollout.
runs. Maria the
Scientist.
Mariah the
Scientist.
Scientist.
Mariah the Scientist.
Mariah the Scientist. Thank you. Had a great press run. A lot of people did. A lot of people did. So I'm glad that you mentioned the press run thing because I got the privilege of speaking to an industry insider, and like the way we talked about like press runs, like he just dropped so many gems of how much marketing is involved in that. To me, I'm looking at from simplistically a rap fan's perspective, like, oh, that's dope. You're doing something different. And he's like, no, this is why.
Well, yeah, you think about like I
They're
know you
successful.
watched the Diddy documentary, and just thinking about like, and not trying to go into that, but also how important album release parties used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
And we
They
don't
were
see that
everything.
anymore.
You won't.
We don't like
It's because
once
of the internet.
Once Beyonce dropped her surprise album, all of a sudden you didn't need a build up. People felt like they didn't, and artists who definitely did need a build up felt like they didn't need it anymore. But you kind of removed some of that where Pusha T and Malice brought back the album release party, which was
Yeah.
something we hadn't seen in hip hop in years,
Before we
except
close,
for Detroit artists.
The
Yes.
last quick thing, because I want to get into albums, is what I just, as a person who works in advertising, the crazy thing that I've realized is how expensive marketing actually is at the end of the day.
Thank you.
And I think that definitely has something to do with the fact of not as many people, push that as far forward.
And I think
anymore.
part of that,
no, because they're looking at that. That is the thing that they can cut. That is the corner they can cut.
but I think part of that is the fact that marketing had to be bigger back when you were trying to sell physical copies of
Yeah, for
albums,
sure.
CDs,
for sure.
cassettes.
The
When your
experience.
release is now going to be, your biggest thing is like, let me
Digital.
get it on a Apple Music or Spotify playlist. Let me get a couple songs on that. It may get outshined in 2 weeks. Back in the day, you had to physically convince somebody to go out and spend, at one point, $20 on a CD.
Such
Yeah.
as the blueprint dropping on 9/11.
Yes.
Exactly.
We
So-
had that conversation. I remember it. We did.
It's a different time, and I understand that, but album releases meant more. Right now, we're more of a single-based society.
Well, let's
Yeah.
reward albums.
Let's reward some albums, though.
Albums of the year before we get out of here.
I feel like number one's easy.
Well,
Let Godson route.
Absolutely.
Everyone's got their
Yes.
list,
Absolutely.
But I think that there is a pretty consensus number one.
I don't. I think we have some. I think we have some dissent on the edges here. I think everyone should have a chance.
We
Yeah.
going like from number 1 to number 10?
I'm going 10 to 1 when I list.
Oh, I don't think I can name 10. I don't think I
I
listen to
could
10
do
different.
I got 7.
I can do 10. I can do 10.
I'm not going in order.
I got
though.
10.
But
And
I'll do
honorable
10.
mentions.
Let God
Everything
sort
is
them
a
out.
lot,
Are you
Wally.
going first? You want to go first?
Sure.
Yeah. I'll go first. You can go last, Platte.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is your show. I'll go
Go ahead.
first.
Yeah, it's your show.
This is your show, brother.
You're a star of the show.
Let God sort them out. I got that.
At 10?
No, I'm going like from like top to bottom.
One.
He said no order.
I don't got an order, but you'll know.
All
like,
right.
Starline is my Starline. 60 Songs for You by Drake is on there. Not the other guy. Just Drake. All the Drake songs.
Party Next Door wasn't even available for that album.
I don't know how to pronounce Young Thug's album. Scotty or how's it? Scooty?
Scooty.
Why
YU Scooty.
Why
Why
you
You
Scooty? I believe.
I got
Yeah,
Swag
YU
by
Scooty.
Justin Bieber's on there. I like that album. That was cool.
Which one? Swag
The
2?
first one. I like the
Oh,
first
Swag
one.
1.
Heart Soul separately by Mariah Sciences. That was on there. The last one by Gunna's on there. Finally Over It's on there for Summer Walker. Everything Is a Lot by Wale is on here too.
Thank you.
And my last one, like, people not gonna really fuck with it, but I liked Offset's album Kiari. I thought it was pretty cool.
No, Platte
Honestly,
loves it.
you know
Platte
what?
loves it.
I didn't have it on my list, but I think that's actually one of the better albums better releases of his discography. I will give you credit for that.
I
one.
think it was like he was vulnerable a lot more on this one, given what he's going through, and like I think Offset can rap, but like I think this one was just cool to me. So yeah,
I
that's my list.
Before I give my list, everybody else,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. I don't. I have. I should have had 10. I didn't. I'm sorry. But one I had. I was kind of going back and forth on Alfredo 2, Alchemist, Freddie Gibbs. I did have to put that in my top 10 at the end of the day because I listened to it. Enchilada by itself, but I also do think that it was actually a solid body of work. Life is Beautiful, Alchemist, Larry June, 2 Chainz. I think that was a very solid project. I think it's maybe a little bit underrated, but I think that in terms of like a listening album, it was great. One that I don't think anybody has on here, but I will put on here, The Player's Manual 2 by Ramirez. I think that
was. I listened to it. It was a fun album.
it was
for
fun,
sure.
and I think The Player's Manual 1 is highly underrated.
And Ramirez
full
gets
five,
looked over a lot.
He gets looked over a
'Cause
lot.
He gets put into the Suicide Boys category and all that.
does.
Ramirez is dope.
He is, and I honestly think like I know the Full 5 to me was one of my favorite songs when that came out like 2-3 years ago. This follows up very well. A couple of non-hip hop albums that I'm gonna put in here. I think Jupiter by Now is phenomenal, and I forgot it's like Last Something, like the fourth song on her album. If you like R&B, it is fucking moving. I would definitely recommend that to anybody. Fancy That by Pink Panthers, I think was a phenomenal like alternative album.
I hate that album.
You hated it, I know it, but to me, like things like Tonight, that song fucking slaps. I really, really appreciated her putting that together.
She just remixed her favorite song 8 times over.
I disagree. I highly disagree. I think it
so
showed more
frustrated.
versatility of her than she's shown in other projects. The Ice Spice shit was actually one of my least favorite parts of her. Another one, Black Party, The Last Dance. I know his most recent release is not. It's basically just a remix album, but the original,
Fire.
like the first couple songs, like maybe the first 2 or 3 songs, I'm like, okay. And then after that, to me, it was nothing but like saves on my playlist. They were all fucking slaps. I do like, and again, this is no order, obviously. Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler, the Creator. I think he had a fun album. I think it made sense for the time it was released. I don't know how well it ages, but I do think it was a fun album. I think it's a great moment in hip hop. My last 2, and one that I don't know if you guys have heard of this artist, but to me, she is Doechii, but I think a little bit more refined.
Say her name. I know it.
So it's Lakaylee 47.
That's not who I was expecting, but I know her.
Okay, yeah, Lakaylee 47, who had those songs like "Bitch I'm the Man," all that stuff before, and her album. So she's the one who's always had like face covers and everything. This is the first album she actually revealed her image, and this is the first time anyone's actually ever seen what she looked like.
I thought you were going to say Samara Sin.
I like Samara Sin. I think
She's cold.
She's cold. I think Lakaylee's better, and her album is Lee Kale featuring 47 for promotional use only. I think that was a phenomenal album. I think it blends all the things that you want from Doechii plus a little house action. It really kind of feels like a cohesive project.
But versatile.
But it's versatile. Like, she can sing, she can rap. I would highly recommend, if you've never heard of her, definitely check her out. And then obviously my number one is Let God Surround Clips.
Easy.
Okay.
Me?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I also don't have 10, but I'll give you
No,
mine.
you can give a couple.
Whatever. All right. No order.
few.
Besides number one. Number one's Let God Sort Them Out. Easily. Billy 2 is another one. I was so glad Chris made the mention with Suave. I would hope everybody goes and listens to that album because I think that's a great album. I found it on a whim.
Yo,
I literally found it on a fucking
Me too.
whim.
I found him on a whim. I haven't even fully
Y'all
listened
liked
to the album, but I want to. We'll discuss him
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah, we can because that was one album that really surprised me this year because to be honest, that wasn't what I would have thought would have been my style of music that I liked a lot. And I listened to the album front to back and I loved it through and through.
He's super dope.
Boldy has 2 mentions on mine. Token of Appreciation.
Shout out.
I love Token of Appreciation and Permanent Ink. Alfredo 2, of course, is on there.
I think you nailed it. The 2 Boldy albums
Yes.
of the 12.
Because they took me by surprise, bro.
Yes.
They took me by surprise big time.
No,
Like,
those two are the one.
and it's not that I thought he would have released something bad. I was just like,
Yeah,
you know,
those
I have
two
this
stood
thing
out.
with, and I have this thing with people over-releasing as rappers, right? Because a lot of rappers went through that. They just they dropped so much.
About my argument with Drake.
Yes, and he's not somebody that falls into that category for me. Outside of that, hold on, I got to see the name of it so I don't butcher this. It's a Benny the Butcher album.
Benny had a great album this year.
Summertime Butch 2.
Yes.
Oh, I like that album.
Yeah,
100%.
that's a good
actually my
album.
number 10.
I love that
Yes.
album. But yeah, those are my picks. I didn't listen to enough music that came out this year.
Jalen.
Enough rap. And I'm sorry. And God Does Like Ugly. I'm a big Jid fan. Big Jid fan.
That album unfortunately missed the mark for me, but I
Did
still
it?
respect it.
That's fair. I understand that.
All right. All right.
I got my list.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, you tell me to play bottom to top, top to bottom. I got 10 and honorable mentions.
Yeah. However you want to do it.
All right,
It's your list.
We'll do bottom to top.
Yes.
Number 10.
I think that's the best way.
Number 10, I got Navy Blue, The Sword and the Soaring. It's a fantastic album. Came out couple of weeks ago, pretty recently. That's all right? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, there's no recency bias here.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Anyway.
I was having a.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no,
not.
oh,
No, it's
yeah, you had something in your eye?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Number 9, from the private collection of Saba and No ID, by Saba and No ID.
That's good.
Great album, in my opinion. Number 8 would be Never Enough by Turnstile, which is a band that I very, very much like. If nobody else has heard of them, look into them. They had the first ever stage dive on a Tiny Desk concert. It is the greatest video of all time. It's fucking great. 7 would be Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler. 6, Alfredo 2 by Freddie and Alchemist. Number 5, Balloonerism, Mac Miller. I do know and I understand that it is a 2013-ish-esque album, but it came out this year. So, and like I said, last time I got to
Can
include him on
I
the
say
list.
it? Because I don't talk about That's not on my list, but I want to give it its credit. That is like one of those albums where, like, obviously, like the context of the album is like. Is
weird.
put out there. It's
very
put out
hard
there
to
before it's released,
very
right?
hard to- the whole
So
album is-
you know it's this album that's in a hard drive that like is what it is in terms of like creative endeavors, and it is so like that album made me gain a lot of respect for Mac. Not that I didn't already have that, but like knowing that this is a throwaway. But the context of that throwaway made me really, really respect Mac. Like this is an album where it's like, yeah, like for example,
craft because it was a full album that he just scrapped at the end last second.
yeah. For example, like somebody like I know he is a Mac fan. Like, so, like, when he puts Balloonerism in his top 10, it's not in my top 10 personally, but I don't even bat an eyelash at that because I think that is a good album, and I think, like, the way the album is executed, like, I see the vision.
There is
like, that is what I love about that album is that album is like, I don't like posthumous albums.
Makes sense.
That was one that was delivered so perfectly that, like, I have zero qualms with that. Like, I have no issues.
That's the only thing I wanted to say was I was going to say along the lines of the posthumous thing because of any viewer of this show, I have definitely strong opinions about posthumous releases and whatever. Balloonerism was an album that it's been being leaked and this and that since it was made in 2013. And Balloonerism, till the day Mac died, his closest camp around him had said, that's why I know that it's the last album coming from Mac Miller in general, is because everybody in his camp had said that he, even while he was still alive, even shortly before he had passed, Balloonerism had always been planned to be released. It was just about when and how and where.
I mean,
and so that's why I'm just not. I think they handled Mac Miller's posthumous releases pretty fucking well.
They've done a great job,
and
I will say the one thing about it too, it's one of the few albums that he, like I said, when we talk about it's a true unreleased album, he had already commissioned the artwork that we saw for that album. That's not like they just made that up.
That's
he
a
had
real album.
commissioned that album to be released.
It was a product.
Yeah.
It was already a product.
So it's basically just releasing something from the vault that he had already approved and then decided at the last second he wanted to change, and that became the mixtape Faces. And so we get that there's a lot of the release on it, but it is an actual, like, it does feel like a complete release.
Yes.
I agree. I didn't want to interrupt your.
No, we're good. Yeah, of course. Now to quickly recap and finish the rest of them, because that was number 5. Number 4, I have Deadbeat Tame Impala. I thought it was,
you and I've had debates on that one.
I thought it was great. It's not my favorite Tame Impala album, but I really do
agree,
enjoy it still.
100%.
Starline, number 3. Number 2, Live, Laugh, Love, Earl Sweatshirt.
I knew you were gonna put the Earl Sweatshirt on there, and I understand it.
And number 1, Let God Storm Out Clips.
Okay, I think before you go, Chris, I think Zay got his list, and then
shout out Earl.
Guess you really are going last.
Well, he's the host. I mean,
I'm good.
He got to close us out.
I'm good with that. I like the anticipation.
I'm gonna make this quick. Larry June, 2 Chainz, Life is Beautiful. This is in no order, by the way. Mick Jenkins, A Murder of Crows.
That was on my honorable mention. I didn't do my honorable mentions.
13 Months of Summer, Rome Streets, Train Spotting, Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2, JID, God Does Like Ugly, Chance the Rapper, Starline, Tyler the Creator, Don't Tap the Glass, Lil Sims, Lotus, Clips, Let God Sort Them Out, and Rayvon, The Good, The Bad, The Dollar Menu.
I like your list, man.
That ain't bad.
It's 10 great albums, so let me show you what the right list should be.
I was just going to say is that I also had, what else? The Mick Jenkins album in my honorable mentions. That was a close 10.
Nothing competes.
I love Mick Jenkins. It didn't crack my top 20.
It's not my favorite album of his, but I do enjoy it.
It's not.
I have a lot of honorable mentions.
These are just
my albums.
These are the albums that I thought was good for this year.
Yeah,
I didn't.
for sure. No,
that's where I'll.
All right, Platte Pods, take us home.
All right, so let me give you the right list.
Subscribe to the channel.
So number 10.
You heard him.
Number 10, you got Wale, Everything Is a Lot. Number 9, you got Boldy James, Token of Appreciation. Number 8, you got Alfredo 2, Freddie Gibbs, Alchemist. Number 7, you got Davies, Karma 4. Number 6, you got Flint, Rio the Young OG. Number 5, you got The Good, The Bad, The Dollar Menu, Rayvon. Number 4, you got Emine, 13 Months of Sunshine.
Was that? Oh, that was this year. I didn't.
Number 3, you got Kyrie, Offset. I hate number 2 and 1 because it was such a battle.
Talk to him.
Number 2, I got Starline, Chance the Rapper. Number 1, I got Let God Sort 'Em Out Clips.
It had to be those two, obviously.
It had to be. There's no discussion. Like the
Here's
way
my
that
Starline's top 5 for me, but yeah, I feel you.
the way that Chance rapped on that bitch was so elite. Like that motherfucker was spitting every single verse. Every single verse.
The only thing with that album
There is the rent is due every single verse.
it was just his beat selection didn't wow me as much as I expected, but
How?
It's not as interesting as I've heard on other, but I think it is the best he's ever rapped, above and beyond.
I don't. I'll champion that album till the day I die.
I said I think it's the best he's ever rapped as a Chance fan, but the production, it was good. It
washes everything that's not coloring book.
does not wash Acid Rap or 10 Day.
Nah. Fuck out of
I'll
here.
tell you,
Chris, I gotta ask real quick. Why'd you?
I'm sorry. I'm about to throw some Jalen face on you. What?
no,
That's
an age-old Platte take.
I said what I said.
I also don't like acid rap.
And
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I think we
love-
talked about that on your last episode.
I love Chance the Rapper, but nah.
Acid rap.
Fuck
Yeah,
out of
it
here.
is. Good first project for everybody to get used to you on, but
So who wants to fight?
Comic
after
book-
this?
comic
I'm
book
meeting
or
people
find
under the
it.
light post at what's it called?
I'm game.
All right, we can meet at the light post. Shout
which
out,
one? Because there's a lot of ice out there. I don't know if
hey,
I'm trying to find
shout out my almost top 10 nominees. I took it personal. Nick Grant. I got the boy who played Harp, Dave. I got Lotus, Lil Sims, from the collection of Thoughts, Saba, with No ID. That shit was fire. Life is Beautiful. 2 Chainz, Larry June, Alchemist. Like, bro, like there was so many. That's why I don't like.
Red Veil's album.
And
like,
and
yeah,
you know
there's
what?
a
And you
lot
know
of-
what I gotta close this with? It was an honorable mention because I dogged this shit, and I gave it. I have to give it credit now because I dogged it the second it was dropped. That Metro album, man.
the summer
with that.
Hey, you stood your ground on that. We all came in here. We shit on it.
Hey yo.
That's it.
we
Not
all-
we all.
2010 in
Not
a
we all.
nutshell.
Not we all.
Who? Other than Jalen.
I told you that was some throwback shit to when my
He
time.
did say it was good. He did. I remember.
Man, don't nobody care about the 80s.
Metro Bowman wants some more.
Yo, I know we about. You better be happy it's the last episode of the year, motherfucker.
Thank you. Hey, listen. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this episode of the Rap Cave Podcast. I'm Chris Platte, a.k.a. Platte Paz.
Potty.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, help the channel grow. We are building the best hip-hop community there is. There is no debate.
Also, we love your engagement, guys. We keep commenting on all.
Keep
the
commenting
shit.
middle-aged
We really.
man. Keep commenting middle-aged
You're not the only
man.
one this time, so you're good, bro. It's me
Yeah.
and you.
Yeah, it's about to be the last. I'm about to be like Jalen, about to take 4 months off.
Hiatus.
I'm disappointed in you. There was nothing that I added to my vocabulary this episode.
Yeah, because
I
you
need-
dumb motherfuckers. Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, describe.
Like, comment, subscribe. I got Bryce flying in from somewhere nice. I got Zay holding it down. I got Primetime Mr. 1800 himself in the building. Jay Leno, late night host
so
with it.
happy
Jay
to be
Leno, happy to be here.
Shout out 18.
Shout out Sensei. Shout out Sensei and my boy
Sensei.
Dom.
Yes.
In the front court, I got Big AP holding it down on the ones and twos. Shout out to special guest.
We got
Mr.
Nick- we got
Tailgate
Nick over
always
here, too.
wins.
First appearance. Love you guys. Subscribe to the Rap Cave Pod. These guys do it better than anybody else. Shout out.
He was a last minute join in, but you know, hey, look, I'm always looking for some extra support on my side.
He's always looking for
He
interns.
getting our credit score up. Let's go.
Shout
You get paid in knowledge, is what it is.
Shout out to the beautiful crowd that is in existence. Thank you, everybody. I'm Chris Buddy. I appreciate you tuning into Rap Cave Podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Have a good, safe, fun weekend. Don't
Happy
do all
New
the
Year.
dumb shit that I'm going to do. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Real quick.
Peace
Wait,
out.
real quick before we cut off, though. Literally, next week is this man's birthday. So happy early birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
Platte Pods, baby. Let's go!
Shout out my 25th birthday.
Put
I
in the
appreciate
comments how
y'all.
old you think he is.
I
This
appreciate
man white, he turning
I
like
appreciate
37.
Nas album done. Bye, guys.
Nas album done.